Ah, 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 ah. That was pretty good, I think.
Yeah, you sound like the Count from Sesame Street.
No, I sound like the Joker.
Welcome to the Let's Talk Films podcast, where we talk all things film and television and bring you your weekly update of film news.
Ooh, that's new.
This is a new edition.
I like that.
I just added that on.
On the spot.
Off the cuff. I'm mental. Alright, with me, finally, we have all three of the usual hosts.
Original four.
The original four. We got Brandon, Lewis, and Yuan. How you doing, guys?
Whoa.
Good.
It's crazy.
Like
Absolutely
Jared
mental.
Leto.
I'm better now.
Just like Jared Leto.
Yeah, so this week we're going to talk bloody Suicide Squad, innit? Cause
Yeah.
Hooray.
we saw that. It came out last Thursday, wasn't it? I think.
Last Friday, wasn't it?
Last Friday. yeah.
Midnight Thursday.
I don't know.
Same thing.
We weren't
Thursday,
there at midnight,
Friday.
though.
No.
Yeah, we didn't go to the midnight one. We were trying to, but someone couldn't do it. I can't remember.
Brandon couldn't
Hey.
do it.
Because fucking go Euro train, dickheads. We will get into that.
Yeah, so we're going to talk about Suicide Squad, and we're also going to talk about The Killing Joke, because we didn't cover that last week when it actually came out. But, you know.
And news, as usual.
And news, yeah. So let's get into the news. You're right, Lewis.
Dan just burped horrifically.
10 seconds later, he gets the whiff.
I got the waft of the smell.
A delayed waft.
I'm very sorry, Lewis.
Well, you're not though.
I'm not at all.
This is going to be fun editing this, I think. For
Oh
you.
God, it's going to take me forever. Fuck me, why did I do that? I forgot what the first piece of news is going to be now. Oh, the most exciting news of the week, obviously. Tron 3, there have been conversations about making it, basically.
Well, let's hope they stay as conversations.
Did anyone see Tron Legacy?
No.
Of course
No.
I didn't.
It was an incredibly average film,
Right?
so it would have been great if it came out this year.
Oh,
Yes,
yes.
along with every other
This-
average film. Has been.
Every
It's
other
been so
film.
average, yeah.
It really has. It's been upsettingly average.
We are also talking about an average film in this podcast.
Great
Yeah.
year to start a podcast.
Yeah.
The year of average films.
Yeah.
We
Next
can't
thing is
say
the
much
year of
about.
average
It's
films.
a great year to bloody get an unlimited card.
Yeah.
Well, hopefully 9 Lives won't be average.
Yes,
That's
I
gonna
can't
be
wait for 9 lives.
I feel sorry for Kevin Spacey's career if that goes wrong.
Yeah.
If
How can
goes
it go wrong?
It
It's
will
the
go
perfect
wrong.
premise.
No, it's not. No, it's not.
Like, you feel sorry for his career?
No, I just mean
His career
he
is gonna
rounds
be
off it-
fine. He just
if
needs
he-
some money.
if he rounds off his career with that film.
You think he's gonna
Oh
die?
yeah,
after
he's
this?
gonna die now. He's gonna kill himself.
I'll come here next week and I'll go, oh, another death. Kevin Spacey.
Anyway, yeah. So Tron 3,
Back
Tron
to-
3
back to
may be
Tron
happening.
3.
Yeah.
Has anyone seen the original either?
No, I haven't. No.
No.
It's not great.
No, I've heard bad
No,
things about
yeah.
it.
I don't get why they're pushing this so much.
It's an old movie, so they feel the need to reboot it.
Yeah.
Like every other
Yeah.
film.
Ugh. I'm really sick of sequels at this point.
Yeah.
Speaking of, Suicide Squad may already be getting one.
Oh, no.
Good.
Yeah, so David Ayer has been talking about possible directions it could go. Cause,
Maybe a good direction.
well, if this isn't hinting towards the later conversation.
Yeah, we'll get to that later.
Yeah, we'll get to that later on.
Yeah, so it's weird because Suicide Squad's doing really well.
It is.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's beaten Guardians
So-
of the Galaxy's opening weekend.
So-
Yeah, so it's highly likely that it's going to get a sequel despite the critical reception.
I think it was always going to get that massive boost in its first weekend, though, wasn't it? The amount
Yeah.
of promotion it had, and that it's been hyped for so many years. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, I mean, I think I've seen it like everywhere, like a
Yeah.
poster for it everywhere
Yeah.
I've been at this point, and it's just they must put so much money into just the marketing
Definitely.
alone that it's absolutely insane.
Yeah.
Man of Steel 2 is back in development.
Why?
What? I thought
don't-
Superman was dead.
Yeah.
Yeah, 'cause-
He definitely died in Batman v Superman.
Yeah, so them announcing that is just completely...
That's weird.
Well, no, everyone was sure anyway, but They just put the nail in the coffin
They
there.
have the dirt like rising at the end of it.
Oh, that was so
Yeah, well, that
subtle.
was
I didn't even
still-
notice it.
What was the point in having it if it's meant to be ambiguous and then they just go, yeah, Man of Steel 2.
Well, you know, in all the Justice League concept art they've put so far, he's been front and center of it.
Yeah,
Like, why are you even trying to hide
I don't
that he's
know.
dead?
What was
His
even the
death was
point of
useless.
killing him?
God knows. Well,
no point.
no, I'll tell you the point of killing him. Zack Snyder was like, Death of Superman, that's a comic that I can ruin.
He didn't even have to fly into him with it, did he? He could have just javelined it into his face.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, you know, Wonder Woman could have killed him with it.
Yeah.
They
I'm-
kind
I'm
of
probably
needed
Batman
it
as
for
well.
Suicide Squad though, because otherwise,
Oh, true,
the
yeah.
premise of that just wouldn't really.
That's
work.
probably the exact reason why I did it.
Right, we'll talk more about this
Yeah,
at
we'll
the
talk
end.
about that later.
Yeah.
Stop
Okay.
going on
I-
tangents
yeah,
for
okay,
Suicide
sure.
Squad.
I think it can work without that. Yeah, so Man of Steel 2's happening. I don't know why. I guess it's because it's the only Warner Brothers DC film so
It's
far.
going to be the first
that
film.
isn't-
Yeah.
The Man of Steel was the only one that hasn't been universally hated.
Yeah.
So
But even then, it's going to be a filler film for just a massive narrative like Suicide Squad has been. I think.
everything's been a filler. Going to be
Yeah.
a filler film, and it's really upsetting
Yeah, it is.
because I feel like Justice League's even going to be a filler film. They're going to have one film at the end of this that may lead to something.
Yeah, and by the
Yeah.
time that comes out, everyone
Yeah.
will be sick of them.
Yeah. So, fuck Man of Steel 2. I
Yeah, I can't be bothered with it.
I feel like most of the news that we do is like, oh, this is coming out, and then we all say, no,
We
can't be bothered
slate it,
with that.
yeah.
No, move on. Don't like that.
Well, I'm going to talk about something I'm damn excited for.
Okay, good.
Thor Ragnarok.
Oh yeah,
Yes.
Mark Ruffalo's finished filming. Apparently there's a lot of Hulk stuff in this.
Yes.
I'm pretty excited.
and
You
like,
guys excited?
Yeah.
I want him to see it. I want to see him fight other Hulk. Hulk.
Other Hulk?
Hulk?
did you not watch Incredible Hulk, where he fights another Hulk?
Yeah, but they might do it good this time. They might do it good.
I hope they do. Because
I hope he fights
yeah.
Red Hulk, because they introduced General Ross. So
Yeah, but the problem that they have if they do Red Hulk is, do they keep the mustache?
yes, keep it right on there.
Yeah.
Because Mark Ruffalo has the same hair when he's the Hulk,
Yes.
but in the comics, Red Hulk doesn't have a mustache, and I'll tell you why. Because it'll look fucking dumb.
More reason to put it in.
Yeah, I would love to see.
It's probably
So
the
you're
most
saying,
they'll do.
you're saying the best thing to do is not only to shoot Bruce Banner off to space, but also to shoot General Ross.
Yes.
Off to space.
Yeah.
They can have a race in their little pods as they go and transform into the Hulk. And he gets there with his little red mustache.
It's not going to be a red mustache.
It might be
it's gonna
red.
Be a white
Just
mustache.
a red mustache.
Wait, it could be a
Just like
white
Caesar
mustache.
Romero's mustache when he painted over it with the Joker.
I don't want it to be really Hulk heavy though. The film.
No. Well, you're saying that, like, when it was announced that Hulk was going to be in it, and like when the concept art was out and stuff, they're really, I think they're trying to do Planet Hulk without having to do a
Yeah.
standalone Hulk film.
Yeah.
So
Well, I don't want them to do that.
no,
I want them to do it, but I don't want them to use a Thor film to do it.
yeah, I get that. But considering they've still got a few weeks left of filming, and Mark Ruffalo's finished, I assume that means
Yeah.
he's not going to be in it like as much as
Too
everyone
much,
thinks
yeah.
he is. So I'm excited for it because Chris Hemsworth.
Dan's in love with Chris Hemsworth.
Since Ghostbusters.
You shut your face. You're in love with Cara Delevingne.
I am. I'm not afraid to admit it.
Should be.
Why?
We'll discuss this later.
No.
On to TV news.
Yeah.
Disney have been having talks with ABC about doing a live-action Star Wars TV show.
No, thank you.
Yeah, so ABC is the network that has Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D. on it.
All needs to be said.
Yeah.
Next news.
Has
That's all
has
needs to
anyone
be
watched
said.
Agents of S.H.I.E.L.D.?
I watched the first few episodes
Yeah.
and I was like, no.
Yeah, I watched like a quarter of the way through.
Yeah,
the
I
first
grinded through
series.
half the first when it first got introduced on TV.
Mhm.
Watched the first 2 episodes. It was rubbish.
Yeah.
Didn't like it.
I
Everyone
remember you
said,
telling me
though-
not to watch it.
Yeah,
But apparently it did get better.
that's what I've heard.
Yeah.
But I don't
I
want
just-
to have to sit through
It's 20.
1.5
How,
series of a show.
how many episodes? It's like 20 episodes,
it's,
isn't there?
It's like The Flash and all that. There's, I think there are
There's like
23
episodes.
a series.
I don't want to grind through 23 episodes. to
I
get to-
don't. I like The Flash a lot, but I don't like that it has 23 episodes in a series.
No, because there's so much filler. It's ridiculous.
Yeah. So having this show that's boring as fuck have 23 episodes, it's not a good thing.
And if they do that with Star Wars as well.
Yeah, I'm
That's gonna-
hoping that because basically Disney owns ABC,
Right.
so I'm hoping they're just having the discussion because they own ABC,
Yeah.
and they're like,
They surely know it
well,
doesn't work.
before we give this to Netflix, we should probably discuss it with you.
Yeah, that's what's going to happen. They'll just give it to Netflix probably.
I hope they give it to
Yeah.
Netflix because
Yeah.
They'll do it better.
Netflix will do it a lot better
Yeah.
if they do it like in a similar style to Daredevil and all that.
Hmm.
Well, maybe not as gritty, but
Yeah. It needs to look like a Star Wars film.
yeah. And I think they can do that on Netflix, but there's no way they're doing that.
But
on
even the
ABC.
CGI is playing a massive part, isn't it? The effects and everything.
Yeah,
That's what Star
but
Wars.
that's the thing. If they give it to ABC and they stretch it out over
That's
23
what I mean.
episodes,
Yeah.
they're not going to have enough
No.
budget
Yeah.
to
There's
do
gonna be
decent CGI.
The finale going to have loads of CGI.
Yeah,
All the budget's going to be pumped into that.
yeah. I remember watching Agents of Shield. The first episode had pretty decent CGI, and then it was shite from
Yeah.
there on.
Mm.
Like
Yeah.
just absolute rubbish.
Problem with that, they just try and shoehorn like major characters into it, and they just screw them over all the time.
Yeah,
They'll have them for a 40-minute episode,
yeah.
and it's ridiculous. And they're just shit. And they're played by bad actors and everything.
Speaking of, Ghost Rider's going to be in the new series of Agents of Shield.
Oh yeah, I
Yeah, I
heard
did
that.
see
I
that.
have. Good job I don't watch it. They're gonna ruin him.
Have they
are.
cast him yet?
I think they have. It's
Nicolas
also
Cage.
it's not the one that everyone knows, Johnny something.
Johnny
Oh,
Storm.
yeah.
No, it's not.
No, it's
Johnny
not
Storm's the Human Torch.
Johnny Cage.
No.
No, that's Mortal
That's-
Kombat.
Oh yeah.
Third one.
There's too many Johnnies.
Yuan's turn.
My
Johnny.
turn.
We-
I've
we've
literally
attempted
no
the last
idea.
name.
Johnny.
I can't
I
even
thought it
think
was
of another
Johnny
Johnny.
Storm's thing
Is
from
it?
Human Torch.
Johnny Blaze or something.
Johnny
Johnny
Blaze.
Blaze,
That's,
that's
there
the
you go.
one. Blaze.
Yeah, but it's not him anyway. It's a guy who in the comics he drives a car
All right.
rather than a bike.
Mustang.
Instantly less cool.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
mean,
He's gonna catch the car on fire.
well, the bike's already on fire.
Yeah,
and the
but
car
like
is already on
the
fire.
car is a lot
Flammable.
lot bigger and more flammable.
Yeah, but
If
my
he's
prob-
special powers, it won't
like,
blow up. It's
the
fine.
car never looks as cool as the bike
No.
because
No. It's a car.
you can't. He's got the flaming skull and stuff. Just can't really see it in the car.
No. Like,
I bet that's why they've done it as well. It's like,
so they don't
got
have to
the
spend
same
as
CGI.
money.
Yeah.
They could give him a convertible.
To take the roof off.
terrible.
Just to show his
That'd be
flame.
proper bad. No, just give him like a proper shitey convertible, like a family convertible.
Or like a Peugeot 206 convertible, something like that.
Yeah. So fuck. I don't care about Ghost Rider being in
No.
bloody Agents of Shield.
'Cause I'm
I
not
don't
gonna
think I'd
watch it
even bother
anyway.
watching the first episodes,
No.
or however many episodes there
No.
are, just to see it.
Apparently, this guy in the comics doesn't actually have a flaming skull either. He just wears a helmet
So why
that has a
why
flaming
the
skull
car?
on it.
What, a picture of a flaming skull?
Something like
So
that.
he's a fanboy of Ghost Rider.
No, he is a Ghost Rider, but rather than his head spontaneously combusting, he just puts a helmet on.
So he's not cool then?
He's not cool at all.
No. Why
No.
are they
Do
putting
it-
him
do-
in there then?
Do his hands
Cheaper.
Does he go into a
Look, right?
skeleton? Does his hands go flamey?
I don't know. I don't care.
No.
Who
No.
cares about Ghost Rider? That's the other
Nicolas
thing.
Cage.
Nicolas
Nicolas Cage doesn't care about Ghost Rider. He cares about Superman, and he was like, I want to be in a superhero film, and my Superman film just got scrapped, so I'm going to take this shite.
I really wanted to see that.
Yeah.
Did you?
Yeah.
Everyone,
'cause Nicolas
everyone always
Cage.
goes, "Oh my god, it would have been so different and unique." Yeah, it would have been made by Tim Burton,
Yeah.
who royally fucks up everything he
Yeah.
does.
It wouldn't have been good. It
No,
would have been.
no.
It would have been funny.
Yeah, exactly.
It would have been
The
different.
prime reason I wanted to see it is because Nicolas Cage is playing Superman. That itself, just legendary.
It would be like my favorite movie, The Room. We need to review The Room at some point because I absolutely adore that film.
All right, we may do a review of The Room.
I think we should
Thank
just
you.
do it. I think we should just do a watch through of The Room.
I'd love to do that. I've
For
got so many
commentary,
room
yeah.
facts. I'll bring my script. I'll bring my my signed photo. I'll wear my Tommy Wiseau underwear. Yes, I have Tommy Wiseau underwear. I got it for my 18th birthday.
Find some exciting news that we will be excited for.
There's really not much.
Because we've said twice now, some exciting news, and then we've just slated it all off.
Look,
We've gone,
right?
Is my
Thor Ragnarok looks exciting.
is my Tommy
Yeah.
Wiseau underwear not exciting news for you?
Oh,
It's not news anymore.
the Robin Hood one. That's exciting.
Oh, go on then, Brandon. You
Oh,
found
fuck
this.
this.
I'm not talking about Robin Hood.
No, do it.
No.
Do it.
Okay, what's his name? Hasrav
Dolo.
Dalol?
Dalol. Yeah.
Futuristic Robin Hood.
Is that what you're going to say?
Yes.
Elaborate.
Wait, so
Inspired by the EU. It's an
Inspired by the
It's
Brexit
literally
vote.
Britain in an EU apocalypse.
is he acting in it?
No,
No,
he
he's
does the
the-
special
he does
effects.
the
doesn't
I was
he?
gonna say.
You won't be
I,
acting
I was
in it.
confused then because it says here he's a.
Apparently, it's been in the
Weird
works since
photo.
Why
2009.
is he so
2009?
black?
Yeah,
Right. You are.
like
We're
a,
going to
like a
need to cut
futuristic
that.
Robin Hood,
Yeah,
and now they've seemed to go through with it.
and they're setting it after the EU.
Dystopian
like
Britain.
The Brexit
Yeah.
thing.
It's just going to be
This
like
look-
V for Vendetta.
it sounds awful.
It does.
Why are they even considering this?
Don't know.
A futuristic Robin Hood.
Doesn't make any sense.
Damn
Who?
it. It's an old concept, so we need to reboot it.
In the
Do you
future,
not know how Hollywood works, Dan?
Look, right. I'm going to tell you right now why Hawkeye doesn't have a solo film.
what? How is
On a
this
related
relevant?
topic, yeah.
Who the fuck carries around a bow and arrow now? I'm not being funny. It's completely useless.
Katniss Everdeen, the girl on fire.
Yeah.
I hate Hunger Games, so don't even bring that up.
It's the best film.
Legolas of the
terrible.
Woodland
It's
Realm.
the greatest franchise.
That's fucking fantasy. That's fine. If
Oh,
you-
and the Hunger Games isn't fantasy, is it? That's real life. That one.
Sure
I
is.
already said I hate it.
The Brexit
So,
vote. That's what we're
Yeah,
going to be
yeah.
living in.
No one uses a bow and arrow for good reason, because even if you're the world's fastest bow and arrowist, stand on fucking archer. That's
Archer, bow and arrow.
Bow and arrow
Even if
is.
you're the world's fastest archer, it's quicker to pull a trigger than it is
Yeah.
to get an arrow out of quiver.
True.
You make
Well, it's cooler,
you make
though.
a film
It's
about
cooler.
you make a film about a guy with bow and arrow. He should be dead in seconds.
Plus, it's futuristic.
But it's a futuristic
yeah,
bow and
is he
arrow.
gonna have like laser
What?
bow and arrows?
What's the point of having an arrow then?
Exactly.
laser gun.
Exactly my point.
Just the whole thing. A bow and arrow now is useless. A bow and
That's-
arrow in the future
Thank
is going to
you.
be even more useless.
That's
Be
why they're
fair,
gonna do it.
On YouTube, there's videos of like speed archery people.
Speed archers.
Archers.
Right.
Speed
You
archers.
tell
That's
me,
difficult.
even as fast as they're going, that
Speed.
someone couldn't pull a trigger faster.
Oh, I
than
don't know.
them.
Some
Well, I
of
don't
them are-
know.
Some are pretty rapid.
They are really, really quick. As in firing more than one a second.
Yeah,
Yeah.
no, they are pretty cool, Dan. You need to.
They've got really good.
You
Yeah.
need to watch these videos.
They've got.
Granted, they're not going to be
Put one
quicker
on
than a
now,
machine gun,
Dan.
but you
Yeah,
do-
no, that's the thing. I don't care how fast they are. They're not going to be quicker than a machine gun.
Well, isn't a futuristic bow and arrow just a gun?
yes.
So
that's
it's-
that's
so
what
what
I'm
if-
trying to say.
So
No,
what
that's
if it's
gonna-
Robin Hood with guns?
Then it's not
Oh,
Robin Hood.
yeah.
It's just,
That's-
it's just the Punisher.
that's like
Just make the Punisher.
it's fucking like when they did that Romeo and Juliet remake,
Yeah.
That was.
and they made
That was an odd film.
That's what's gonna be.
what I know they called the gun make was a sword, wasn't it?
Yeah.
Take out your sword.
Because they
Here's
didn't.
my gun.
They didn't change the script from the play.
Yeah.
They just made, oh, it was weird. Wasn't John Leguizamo in that film?
I don't know.
I have no idea. I just
pretty
remember that
sure
little
he
detail
was-
about the sword.
He was
Robin Hood.
what's it called? Tybalt. I'm pretty sure that was him.
Tybalt.
I don't
I
know.
don't know.
I've seen it once in an English class, and I will never see it again.
Thank God.
Fans of Suicide Squad.
Alright, let's try that again.
That's a nice transition. I like that.
Fans of Suicide Squad have started a petition to get Rotten Tomatoes taken down. Why?
Because they're slating our favourite film.
Yes.
Fucking dumb.
I hate them.
There's the petition itself said something along the lines of, we need to get Rotten Tomatoes taken down because they're unfairly criticizing DC films in favor of Marvel films. The DC films in question include Batman vs Superman and Suicide Squad. This was before Suicide Squad was officially released, but the critics were
Slated
giving
it.
their opinions.
Yeah.
No.
It's
Look,
dumb.
it's because Marvel films, for the majority, are better.
It's
I
a
know.
fact.
I know. Everyone's like, "Oh no, you can't compare them," but look, they are.
Yeah.
They're both films.
See,
Yeah.
like
And some of them aren't very good.
No.
Suicide Squad was trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy. It was
Yeah.
the comic book series that not many people had heard of. It's this ragtag group of criminals coming together
Mm-hmm.
to fight in something more bad than themselves.
Cara Delevingne.
Cara Delevingne, shut up. Dan. All right. Yeah. So that they were trying to be Guardians of the Galaxy, and just Guardians of the stop body popping, Dan.
Don't do that ever again. I've seen another film that was once bad enough. Don't want to see it again.
No one's gonna know what we're talking about, Dan. They can't see you
know.
flailing your arms
No,
around.
but,
I'm trying to make a point here. I'm trying to make a serious point. And you're ruining it.
Please tell me you all laughed when you seen that in the cinema.
Yeah,
Yeah.
let's go on to that
No, I
later.
didn't. I cried.
Right. Sorry.
Right.
finish
Back
your
to my point. Back to my point. They were trying to be like Guardians of the Galaxy, and
Yeah.
yes, they beat opening weekend, but it wasn't as good. The humor didn't hit as well as the Guardians of the Galaxy did. There were too many characters to focus on and build a backstory for,
Mhm.
like Guardians of the Galaxy did.
I'm saying that, there was quite a lot of characters in Guardians of the Galaxy. They just developed them well.
There were the 5 main ones.
Yeah,
there
that's,
were like
that's the
10
thing.
of these.
There are the 5 main ones, and in this, it was just a bit overcrowded. But it's just ridiculous that they're trying to get Rotten Tomatoes taken down when Warner Brothers own part of Rotten Tomatoes.
They don't even understand what they're doing.
They really don't, because if they even looked into it for a second, they would realise that Warner Brothers own part of Rotten Tomatoes. And why would they allow this to happen? Like, why would they allow... Because what they're saying is the critics for this site unfairly hate these DC films. The critics for that site is everyone. Like,
Yeah.
every critic.
Yeah.
It's not... They seem to think that there's specific critics for Rotten Tomatoes when Rotten Tomatoes is an amalgamation of every single critic.
Yeah.
So in conclusion, DC fans are fucking stupid.
Right, we can't say that, just in case DC fans are listening.
I'm sorry, I mean DC fans that have anything to do with this petition are fucking stupid.
That's bad.
Yeah.
They're just angry over characters they wish they seen in a good film, and they can't face
Yeah.
the fact it was a bad film, or they didn't like it.
Well, you've
Yeah.
got to accept that people have different views on films anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
I mean, it wasn't a bad film.
No.
No, but fair enough if they don't
And-
like it, but there's probably some of them genuinely didn't like it, but they can't face the fact they didn't like it. I mean,
Look, I like Iron Man. Iron Man 2 was appallingly bad.
yeah, I didn't like
And
that.
as I'm not going to pretend that I like it. I'm not going to
I
give
didn't even half
people
like
who
Iron Man 3.
give it a negative review. I'm not going to give them death threats
No,
like
no.
some of these people are doing.
No.
And like even The Incredible Hulk, that wasn't a great film.
No.
Thor 2 was awful. It's not. I'm not loving every single Marvel film that they're pumping out at me.
It's because they hype the films up too much before they come out. It's like Batman v Superman when everyone's complaining about the fight time they had with each other. Superman had like no talking time at all, and they fought for about 10 minutes of the film.
Yeah. It's
So
Well,
Yeah.
the fight in general. Is
But they
just-
promote it as like it's
yeah.
going to be this big battle.
I think
It's the false marketing from the
there's-
companies.
There's a massive problem with Warner Brothers. Well,
Yeah.
with DC's marketing at the moment is that they promote the parts of the film that are basically nothing in the film.
No.
This is what one person or a lot of people have had issue with
Yeah.
Yeah.
Suicide Squad, because that was a news article I saw that some
Mm-hmm.
crazy person that said was deciding to sue DC because they falsely advertised that the Joker was going to be featured more than 15
Well, they
minutes
can't-
of the film.
They can't sue.
They can't sue because the
Exactly.
trailer's only the trailer's 2
ridiculous.
minutes long. How that can't translate to 15 minutes
he was,
time?
He was in the film for more than 2 minutes. Just over 2 minutes. That's an exaggeration. He's in it for about 15 minutes.
If that, really.
Yeah.
But yeah, it's the DC fans at the moment. Not all DC fans, obviously, but the vocal majority
Yeah.
just stupid.
Yeah.
Like they're making ridiculous petitions and just ridiculous statements.
Yeah, they're just scraping the barrel, aren't they, to get out there and get opinions out.
Yeah,
and
well,
cause
as you
us
say,
trouble.
it's people that can't accept
Yeah.
that their favourite characters
Exactly.
aren't being,
Portrayed in the best ways
Yeah.
because they've seen Marvel films
or
and they
even
like them.
even that their favourite characters are being received negatively by other people.
Yeah.
Because no matter what, these people might like
Yeah.
these characters just because they like them in the comics.
Yeah.
It's
But that's no reason to sue $1 billion company.
No.
it's not,
Or to shut down a website.
and it's a shame because I guess it's unfair in some ways to label them like as all like this because it's very few. It's just that those very few are very loud.
Yeah, I'm sure there are loads of people who like this movie who are just
Mhm.
like, yeah, I just like it.
Yeah.
It's fine. Yeah, that's fine.
I think
Yeah.
you should probably get the same thing the other way around if it was
Yeah.
Yeah.
Marvel and DC the opposite way around.
Yeah.
You'd get those minority who want
Mhm.
to cause a fuss about things.
Mm-hmm.
There's
But any
nothing
f-
on DC.
Any
fans.
film isn't liked by anyone, but there's just that wide majority, the massive conflict that gets created by, like, what was that? The person who did, one of the people involved with Suicide Squad, said "fuck Marvel," didn't he? In the screening of it apparently, and he had to apologise later on. Like even stuff like that stirs up from the audience, causing shit because the audience was shouting to him,
Yeah.
"Fuck Marvel, fuck Marvel." And he went, "Yeah, I agree with you there." And then he had to apologise, so that's causing everyone else to agree with him.
Yeah.
And that originates from false marketing and everyone bigging up the hype of Marvel versus DC.
It shouldn't be Marvel versus
No, it
DC.
shouldn't.
It should be Marvel and DC.
Yes.
Like
Yeah.
it shouldn't have been Batman v Superman. It
No.
should have been Batman and Superman.
Or just Dawn of Justice.
Yeah, but imagine just having the name
Yeah,
Dawn
but-
of Justice. What a
Yeah.
shite name that is.
Exactly, that's the whole point.
That's why they had to make it
Yeah.
Batman v Superman. They needed a good name for it.
Yeah.
Yeah, there's a lot of stupid shit
Yeah.
out at the moment.
Like rotten. Like I'm gonna bring up The Room again because it is my favorite movie.
Yeah,
It is on the bottom 100 list on IMDb.
Yep.
I'm not going to sue IMDb. I very much disagree with what they're telling me, but I'm not going to sue them. That's their opinion. That's the collective opinion.
yeah.
I very much disagree, though. It is one of the funniest comedies I've ever seen.
I have problems with IMDb. I don't really have problems with Rotten Tomatoes. So.
Yeah, I'm not a fan of IMDb.
No.
The
IMDb's got a
review
lot of
section,
problems.
anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Rotten Tomatoes, I think, who was saying earlier, the critics and the audiences.
Yeah, it was me.
It's very different, but that's fine. Like, that's what each one of them's there for. And there'll be people that'll be like, well, this obviously isn't a bad film like all the critics are saying because look, the audience ratings are like
Yeah.
70%. It's like, it's fine.
The best way to be is just
decide whether you like the
Yeah,
critics
just
rating.
don't-
or-
Yeah.
just don't look at anyone else's opinion on it. Just go and watch it for yourself and decide.
Yeah.
And just don't be persuaded by anyone else. How
Well,
can
no,
you be
I
peer?
wouldn't say
But
look
still
at-
listen to our podcast.
I wouldn't say don't look at anyone else's opinion because
Well, no, after the film. If you like,
alright, after
yeah,
the film,
yeah.
yeah.
But if you like the look of
I'd
the film
even
and the
say-
idea,
I'd even say before it, if you're not like a massive film fan, and you only go and see films like maybe once a month or even not that, like
Mhm.
maybe a few times a year, then fine, look at people's reviews because you're then deciding what films you think are worth spending your money on. So yeah, look at the reviews. and decide off that.
Yeah, but if they're as biased as that, then it's false, isn't it? They're getting the wrong point of view, aren't they?
Yeah, well, I just mean don't look at reviews and reviews are fine, right? That's what we do. The whole reason to have reviews is so that people can make their minds of whether they want to see it.
Yeah.
That's the initial reason of it.
Yeah.
I think now it's grown to be something that's a bit bigger.
Yeah.
That's more like
Definitely.
you want to start a discussion on it.
Yeah.
But the initial reason is that to just get you to decide whether you want to see this film.
Yeah.
So that's fine, and that's a simple way of looking at it. But maybe just go to multiple sources.
Yeah, definitely.
Yeah,
don't just rely
look at
on
one-star
one
reviews or
thing.
something like that. Or
Yeah,
low reviews. Look at higher reviews.
Yeah.
And
If you're not
and
sure
also
about a film,
don't just take the actual rating into account. Like look through a review
yeah.
and then decide on that rather than going, this is a 2.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to see it.
No.
Look through.
Yeah,
Why is it a 2?
IMDb's like that, isn't it? Because I remember when Batman v Superman came out like a few weeks before or a week before, when they had those private screenings, it was on like a 9.3 off like 100 votes.
Yeah.
And then it got public release and it went down to like a 7
Mm-hmm.
after a week. So I was like, oh, this is going to be really, really good. It's got a 9.3. And then I seen it and looked at the reviews and they were on 7. I was like, right, okay.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. So that big rant over.
yeah.
Should we get
The
into
conclusion of that rant: don't take reviews so seriously. Just
Yeah.
make your own opinion.
Yeah.
If you like the
Listen
look of
to
it,
reviews,
go see it.
Think, all right, maybe I'll give this movie a chance. Go see it. Make your own
Yeah.
opinions.
Yeah.
and listen to our podcast.
Yes.
Of course.
That is the most important thing.
Now, let's review the shit out of The Killing Joke.
Okay.
What was our general opinion? Opinion.
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 My general opinion, man.
Yeah. Thoughts?
Who's going first?
I don't care.
I'll go first. Cool. Right. Initial thoughts. I liked it. I liked the Joker because I love Mark Hamill's Joker
Mm-hmm.
from the animated series. I've not played the video games, but I'm assuming he's good in that as well.
He's really good.
Yeah.
I'd say he's better than in the animated series.
Yeah.
People would definitely disagree with me on that.
Yeah. I haven't played the video games, but I disagree with you.
I love the animated series.
Yes.
Don't get me wrong, but the games are like a darker tone,
It is
and it's
good in the
more along
games.
the lines of this film,
Yeah.
Right.
and it's basically it's very different.
Yeah.
It's just a nice contrast between.
Anyway, yeah, there was the opening is it's surrounded by it's Barbara Gordon heavy, and I'm guessing that's because something happens to her in the actual Killing Joke story
Yeah.
in the comics, and I guess you have to know who Barbara Gordon is and her relationship with other characters.
You do, right, but the opening to this film doesn't explain that
No.
in any way, and it's completely different to the comics. But we'll get into that in the spoiler section.
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, I hated the first 30 minutes of this film, and then after that, it's brilliant.
Yeah.
So my general opinion is skip the first 30 minutes.
Yeah. Skip to the part where it fades to black and then it opens on a patch of rain on the floor.
Yeah.
Because that's
You
how
can
the comic
literally-
opens.
That's how the comic starts.
I'm trying to
and
think now,
That's where it turns good.
like the things that intertwine from the 30 minutes onwards, you can literally skip that bit.
Yeah.
You
Yeah.
literally can. There's nothing like.
Well, it literally doesn't affect it, and that's the main problem with it. It's got no effect.
I was
on the
watching
story.
it and I was saying to Lewis in the car that for me it was really slow watching it.
Mhm.
But that's because the first 30 minutes dragged so much,
Yeah.
and it was such a different pace from the last three quarters of it.
Yeah, it's a weird one because they're like, well, we need to fill time basically,
Yeah.
and
Yeah.
they're like,
That's
so
definitely what it was.
let's put a story in about Barbara Gordon because something happens to her later on, and it's
Yeah.
important to know about this character.
Yeah.
But you don't establish
No.
that, and she's not really that important later on.
No.
I don't think, really, unless you know the story. Like, I haven't read the comic
Yeah.
personally, but I know what happens in it and I
Yeah.
know about it. and I just don't think it's that accessible to people who haven't read the comic in general.
No.
Or that's what I found. If I hadn't known the backstory to it, I wouldn't have found it very easy to watch, I don't think. And that first half doesn't help at all.
No, not at all. It builds a really weird relationship between Batman and Batgirl.
Yeah.
Which sort of affects the rest of the film negatively, because it completely alters their relationship that's in the comics. And it's just so weird. And even they're saying, well, we needed this in to build her backstory. It didn't, because it doesn't build a backstory at all.
No.
It's not like you gave her an origin story. It's not like you told people, well, this is how she became Batgirl and this is why she's Batgirl.
Yeah.
She's just Batgirl, like straight away. It's so weird.
It's just so the thing that happens to her is happening to a recognizable character that you know, and it's not just this random girl that you see for a few seconds, which is what it's like in the comic. But of course, if you've read the comic, then you probably know who Barbara Gordon is anyway.
Yeah, exactly.
It was just
I think one of my issues as well, this is sort of verging on spoilers here, but I'll try and keep it not. In the first half of it, they don't build her relationship, or they don't focus on the relationship between Barbara and her dad.
No.
And that's important later on.
That is the important relationship you need to establish.
And they don't establish that at all. It's all based on
the only thing they
Batman
establish
and
is
Batgirl.
Batman and Batgirl's relationship, and she doesn't connect with
even
that
then
at all.
it's not particularly strong, is it?
No, not at all. And the Barbara Gordon and Batman relationship is not important at all in The Killing Joke.
No.
Her relationship with her dad is very important, as you
Yeah.
said. But Batman and Batgirl is just doesn't matter.
Yeah, I think the main problem with the first half an hour of this is I bought this Blu-ray with the Joker all over it.
Yeah.
Why is the Joker not here? And why am I not watching the Joker?
Well, you could be talking about two films right there.
We'll get onto that later.
Yeah. It's a weird thing.
Yeah.
But as I say, the actual Killing Joke part of it, it's panel for panel.
It is,
Killing Joke, and that's a good thing, really.
It's brilliant.
Because the Killing Joke is possibly the best Batman story of all time, and possibly it could just be one of the best comics ever, and it is really good to see that in this film.
Yeah, definitely.
But yeah, the stuff before it's just not good.
Yeah, I just think that when I was watching the first half an hour, and I knew it was a Batman animation film, but he wasn't in it literally at all for the first half an hour, and I was expecting it was a completely different tone. As soon as it switched to Batman as the main character again, it was just confusing. I was like, why have they completely switched? Because they changed the tone and the pace of it instantly. It wasn't like they intertwined anything together.
No.
It was instantly. It was like it was a separate thing. And if they did that for the purpose of having it into a longer film sort of thing, just use that half an hour to build a relationship between her and her dad.
I think it would have been better if they'd focused on Jim Gordon rather than Barbara Gordon.
Yeah.
That's what I was hoping to see.
Because he's integral to the story.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
And the whole thing's like, really it's about Batman and Joker's relationship, but aside from that, it's about Gordon's mental state.
Yeah.
And if you don't know the comics, then you don't really get any. It's not really established what he's like before that. So the whole thing is the Joker wants to prove that you can drive anyone insane.
Yeah.
And he could, for all anyone who hasn't read the comics knows, he could just be easy to drive insane.
Yeah. The Joker's trying to drive Jim Gordon insane, but he uses Barbara to do that.
Yeah.
So it would have been better if we did focus on Jim Gordon.
Yeah.
Because then we'd know, like, this is the character.
I'd rather have the first half an hour seeing Jim Gordon than Barbara.
This is the character that we're going to focus on for the good half of this movie.
Yeah. If anything, Barbara Gordon should be a tool in the story.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
she is a
But
tool.
yeah,
in the story.
that's her purpose in the actual comic. But yeah, the actual Killing Joke part is brilliant.
Yeah, but let's talk more about the Killing Joke part instead of.
Yeah.
Spoilers?
Instead of
Yeah,
the-
we go into
the
spoilers?
bad
Or?
I
stuff.
think we'll go into spoilers in a minute. We'll
Okay.
just
Yeah.
briefly.
Just before we
Just-
do, I don't think that you're making it out to be particularly good the first half, and you're saying the second half is brilliant, or you're calling
Yeah.
it the good half. The first half wasn't exactly bad.
It's not
It just
bad.
wasn't. It was okay. It was dark, and it worked.
It's
sort of.
okay.
I-
It just
not
wasn't
relevant.
needed. It just, yeah.
It's not relevant. That's
I
the
didn't
issue.
like it because I don't know whether it's like just because I've focused on these characters more or whatever because of the comics.
Because of the comic, yeah.
It completely changes the dynamics of all
Yeah.
the characters from what they are in the comics, and there's one scene that fucks everything up.
I know what you're talking about.
Yeah, and it's just it completely changes everything, and it's quite disturbing if you if you know the comics. It's really uncomfortable to watch, but yeah, I'm not saying it's completely bad. I'm saying there's
Garbage scene. You
yeah,
mean?
there's elements of it that are really bad, and it affects the main story too much for me.
Yeah.
So I don't know, but yeah, the Killing Joke part is brilliant. It's literally beat for beat the Killing Joke.
Yeah, yeah.
And the only problem I have with it is the art, because
Yeah,
the art for the Killing Joke is some of the most detailed stuff I've ever
yeah.
seen, and in this they make it into a regular Batman animation.
Yeah, I was
Yeah.
going to say, I felt like some of the animation wasn't all there.
Yeah, it's a bit
Like,
choppy in
yeah.
places, isn't it?
I know it was like a cartoon and everything, but I was hoping some of it was going to be more detailed than others.
Yeah.
There were certain scenes, certain moments where it was proper detailed.
Mm-hmm.
Like when not really, but when Batman goes to first see the Joker in prison.
Yeah.
That
The
that
bit
shot,
when
yeah, when the lighting above him.
Yeah.
That shot's proper detailed. But then like the fighting scenes and the movement between characters is really like
Yeah.
jolty. And, like,
There's just some choppy parts.
Yeah.
And I don't know why it was, but I think the voice acting in it's brilliant. As you
Mhm.
say, Mark Hamill's probably the best Joker
Yeah.
there is, and Kevin Conroy is really good as Batman.
Yeah.
He's always really good as Batman. I wasn't a massive fan of Jim Gordon's voice actor, but you know, it's
Yeah.
I guess it's just
Just before we move on from the art, there's one of my favorite pieces. The art, the I don't know what to say. The visuals of the comic. My favorite like style is the flashback with the Joker.
yeah.
It's the origins sort of thing. It's when it's all in this grainy brown stuff, but the
Yeah,
red
yeah.
that shows
Yeah.
the red. It wasn't as intense in the animation, which was a disappointment for me because I really liked that style.
Yeah, I don't know. It was just a bit disappointing for me
Yeah,
in that, although it is good to see just the comic on the
screen, yeah.
on the screen,
Mhm.
moving, yeah.
yeah. There's just elements of it that weren't quite as I'd wanted them to be.
Yeah, yeah.
There were the transitions between the flashbacks and the actual thing were weird. I think they could have been done better.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
But because it's just straight like fade to black
Yeah.
and then
Yeah,
fade back
I suppose
in.
it is difficult though. With
Yeah.
the comic, it is just the next panel
Yeah.
yeah,
is something different. You don't really have to get too bogged down with transitions in a comic.
Mhm. But I think that's something that can only be done in film, and
Yeah.
it would have been nice to see them actually do something with that,
Mm.
because at the moment we have the comic in the film,
I
and
think
I can read the comic anytime. It's got better art.
Yeah.
Yeah.
it felt it almost felt retro. I think the way it was, the art of it and things.
Yeah,
And it didn't need to be.
no, not at all.
It's modern. The actual
Yeah.
like events in it,
Yeah,
and it didn't need to be like that, and it's 2016 now. They could have done it better, I think.
Yeah, definitely. I've seen.
They could have found ways to make it more smooth.
Yeah, that it was bizarrely choppy in some points.
Yeah.
There's the part in all the trailers of Batman walking down the hall.
Yeah.
That's ridiculously
Yeah.
choppy. That's like 10 frames a second.
Yeah, it is.
I don't understand why they couldn't
No.
have done it better.
I don't know.
But, you know,
Probably just lazy. Lazy edits.
my problem with it is that the only parts that are different to the Killing Joke aren't great. And because, as I say, I can read the Killing Joke whenever I want.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You've done nothing to it that
No.
I care about. In fact, you've done with things worse. I don't know. I was going to say good things about this, but I've now realised that the only thing
It's
I
probably
like
because
I've already
you've read the comic, haven't you? You're so
Yeah.
passionate about it.
Yeah.
And the fact is, the Killing Joke, you're going into it thinking it's going to be that comic,
Yeah.
start to finish, but that's the comic start to finish. That bit's irrelevant. That's choppy, and
Yeah.
it's not what you want it to be.
Yeah, I mean, they did add the musical number, which I quite liked, because in the comic you're just reading words, but
Yeah.
they actually put music to it, and the music was pretty decent.
Mhm.
It's quite a funny but dark musical number.
Yeah, it's quite sinister, isn't it?
Yeah, Mark Hamill's really good at doing all that as well, so I quite like that, and that was a nice little addition. But you know, it's just overall average, and it shouldn't have been.
Yeah.
I do think that it gives incentive to people to read the comic though and buy the comic.
Yeah,
Oh, yeah,
I
definitely.
think
Yeah.
if people see this and think, well, that's good, read the comic, because then you'll
You'll get
be
more
like, this
involved.
is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The art is literally just some of the best I've ever seen.
Yeah.
It's such a good comic.
It is, yeah.
I've never read it fully. I've only ever seen panels.
You can lend my copy if you want.
I will have to do that.
But if you damage it, then I'll damage you.
I'll probably do.
Yeah, so should we move on to spoilers?
Sure, there's not a lot more to
No,
talk about when you
it's
just
just-
spoilers.
No. Well, let's talk about the scene.
Right, you're gonna have to put like a timestamp or something.
I'll
aren't you?
put timestamps in. I'll put a timestamp in the description for when we start talking Suicide Squad.
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 Shouldn't it be squad?
Squad.
Squad.
You mean like those tattoos that they all got
Oh yeah.
that they must now be regretting? We'll never regret these tattoos. There's no way. Oh Christ. Yeah. The scene that I despise in this film
Yeah.
is the sex scene between
Yeah.
Batgirl and
Oh
Batman.
no!
It was a bit weird.
It's just
It's so weird.
It's one thing. Can I just say it's the one thing I despise is when the camera goes up and that devil statue thing is just staring down at them.
That is,
Yeah.
that's pretty
It's
creepy.
that part. I was a bit freaked out up until there, but that just finished it off for me.
Yeah.
I had to pause it and comprehend my own life for 5 minutes.
I just hate it.
Yeah.
Because Barbara Gordon, I couldn't tell whether they were the ages that they are in the book in this, but in the comics, Barbara Gordon's around 20
Okay,
and
yeah.
Yeah.
Batman's about 40.
Yeah, well, they says it in the movie, doesn't it? It says film. Sorry, when
They're looking
Jim
at photo
Gordon's,
albums.
he's like,
Yeah.
oh, this is when they first met, and she was like, oh, I was just a kid then. Well,
Yeah.
Batman is an adult.
Well,
like-
he's a paedophile.
Yeah.
He's just been waiting.
You're
It's
now
just-
of age.
It completely messes it all up, and I absolutely hate it.
I think
Yeah.
that's the most irrelevant scene out of the whole thing.
It's completely irrelevant. Well,
It's not irrelevant.
it's not irrelevant, and that's what pissed me off. Like,
Because
Well,
when-
that's what I mean. They made it relevant with those first
Yeah.
30 minutes, but it didn't need...
because it changes the dynamic of their
Yeah.
relationship. Because
Yeah.
in the book, you're like, oh, he's like a second father to her,
yeah.
and she just got shot, and he thinks that it could somehow be his fault because like he's Batman and stuff, and he's brought her into a dangerous lifestyle. Jesus Christ, my fucking voice keeps cracking. But now it's like, I feel guilty because I fucked you and didn't
Yeah.
call you.
Yeah.
it messes up the whole thing for me, and I hate it. I mean, she has relationships with the Robins in the comics,
Yeah, that's
which is his adopted sons.
yeah.
I hate this film.
No, you don't.
No, I hate the
First
first 30 minutes.
First 30 minutes, yeah.
It's just, it's weird.
I came
It
into
is
this podcast thinking I'm gonna say so many good things about it. We've not said a lot of good things about it.
I came in thinking I'll at least say good things about the Killing Joke.
Yeah,
That part of it.
but just read the comic, I
But-
guess.
Yeah.
If you're absolutely adamant that you're not gonna read the comic,
if
do
you're
watch
like,
it.
I don't like to read,
Yeah,
then fine. Watch it and skip to 30 minutes in.
Yeah,
But
it's a like you were saying, it's a good watch, but it's nothing to rave about, is it? It's
No.
it's underwhelming. That's what it is.
that's the problem. Like,
Yeah.
it's a decent watch,
Yeah,
but it's not
that's
a
what it
great
is.
watch. And it should be just amazing.
Yeah,
Yeah, but you know, the actual Killing Joke part's great because you've got the bit at the end that I really like, and they actually managed to leave that ambiguous.
yeah,
yeah.
Which I was amazed by because I was like, how are they going to leave that ambiguous in a film? Like in a comic, you can get away with it because like
Just end it.
yeah,
no
you
pages
just-
left.
You just
Yeah.
end it, and like it's not like you can see it or hear anything.
no,
But in a film, it was a bit weird, but they did actually manage to do that quite well.
yeah. I enjoyed the ending.
Yeah, as you say, the Joker's backstory stuff's all great. I like
Yeah.
when he comes out of like the sewer.
Oh yeah,
Yeah.
That
That
one
laugh.
panel when
Yeah.
he's
Yeah,
like holding his head.
Yeah, I thought, well, that's gonna be a bit
Yeah.
weird in the film, but they did that well as well.
It's because Mark Hamill's got the laugh down.
His laugh's great. Mark Hamill's laugh is the best laugh of any Joker.
Unlike some new Jokers that have recently come to be.
Yeah. Imagine if they had that after it came out the drain.
just start playing out the sewers.
just comes out like starts holding his head and just like ah.
Well, do you see that they were paying homage to that panel with the first release of the picture
Yeah.
of Jared Leto when he's holding his head and holding his mouth open. That is apparently what they're paying homage to, but yeah, I much prefer the
No.
Yeah, I mean
The
this one
panel.
doesn't have damage on his forehead,
yeah,
so it
definitely,
was a lot better.
definitely a perk.
If you didn't know I was mental already, here's a clear indicator. Damaged.
Yeah, so there were things that they pulled off well in the second half of this.
Yeah.
That I didn't think they would from the comics.
It is a weird comic.
It's
Like,
a weird comic, but it's a really good comic.
It is, yeah.
I mean, Alan Moore, who wrote it, goes on record saying that he hates it, but you know, he's a strange man. So, yeah.
They did tone it down a little bit, like the little people that look like babies that
Yes.
go on the ride with Jim Gordon. They're really creepy in the comics.
Yeah,
like
they
they're
are.
drawn horrifically, but they did tone it down a little bit.
Well, I think it's also just naturally toned down by the less detailed art style.
Yeah, I suppose that is what it is.
Yeah, it just looked really smooth, didn't it? It was a bit
Yeah.
smoothed out, it was a bit too much.
I also thought that they were going to cut out the implied rape of Barbara Gordon,
No, they didn't.
but if anything, they accented it.
Yeah.
Like, they made it a bit more obvious.
Yeah.
And
Yeah,
I'm
because
not quite sure how to feel about that.
he's talking to those prostitutes. I'm
Yeah.
assuming they're prostitutes anyway. And he's like, oh, that he usually has some fun as soon as he gets out.
Mhm. Yeah, it's a
You
strange
know-
thing, but also now Batman and Joker have had sex with the same person.
Oh yeah! Wow, what a fun relationship they
Yeah.
have.
Yeah.
Oh, well, I want to talk about the scene that you talked about before with when they go to confront him when Batman goes to confront the Joker in Arkham
Yes.
Asylum,
Mhm.
and it's not him.
Mhm.
I
Yeah.
love it when he grabs the hand, he looks at the makeup on his hand.
Yeah.
Right, this isn't him. There's no wonder, like what's happening.
Yeah.
He instantly knows it's
Yeah.
not him,
Yeah.
and he just grabs him. I love that.
It is proper good.
I think had that been like a little bit more grainy though, it would have been a lot more effective. You said it was one of the better
It stood out to me, but it was even then. It
could have
wasn't
been
very.
better. It could have been very good.
It wasn't
Yeah.
very. But I think with the comic books, though, you can get. It's still, isn't it? It's not moving. That's probably why it
Yeah.
was less detailed.
Mhm.
Was the fact they had to
Well, yeah,
implement
'cause
moving images.
The comic is detailed in like the shading and stuff.
That's what I mean.
And it's stuff that you can't quite do
Yeah.
in animation. So it's understandable why it's not quite
Yeah.
as good, but it still could have been better.
Oh
than
yeah,
it was.
definitely.
Yeah. That's all I really got to say on it, to be honest.
Yeah, there's not more we can add. Adding
No.
spoilers to it.
I did enjoy it. It was good.
Yeah, do watch it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or read
But I
it.
think it
Or
will.
read it. Read it over watch it.
I'd advise reading it rather than watching it. But, you know, if you... I'm not saying don't watch it, because
Yeah.
it's still decent. Maybe
Yeah.
skip 30 minutes. I was told to skip the first 30 minutes, and I was like, it can't be that bad.
No, you wish you did.
I really wish I did, yeah. Yeah, it's alright.
Yeah.
Right? Suicide Squad?
Suicide Squad.
I don't know where to begin.
It's not even fresh in my head, literally.
Someone else begin.
I have 2 notes.
Okay, read them.
I don't like them.
My 2 notes are Cara Delevingne body popping and Mad Love was fucked. They are literally the only things I made notes on this film, because I don't really remember the rest of it.
Yeah, I'm the
Yeah.
same.
Look, I came out of it and I was like, that was alright. I didn't hate it. I didn't love it. But
Mhm.
now I'm leaning more towards hating it.
Yeah.
I don't hate it, but just for the fact that it was just an alright watch. But there was no moments, and I can't remember any moments that makes my spine tingle. Like I'm excited for. There's nothing that stands out to me in there at all.
Yeah.
Yeah, I definitely don't hate it.
No.
No. It's not deserving of the rating it's got on on Rotten Tomatoes.
No, I
and
would
other
give it
websites.
around 50. I'd say maybe it just.
I'd
under.
happily
Yeah.
say
What is it on 20?
It's
30
like
something.
no, it's like 18 now.
that's
Oh
ridiculous.
no,
that's
that
just
is quite
stupid.
low.
Yeah.
That's stupid. Even when it was at 33, I still thought that was low for it.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's
it's
stupid.
just, it's not awful.
No, I'd go as far as say I enjoyed it when I was watching it. Like it was
There
just
were a lot of good things.
Yeah.
in it.
In fact, I really liked it, especially whilst I was watching it,
Yeah.
until like the last 30 minutes.
Yeah, it falls apart there.
Yeah, and now I think back to it, I didn't particularly like the first part that much.
The introductions were very expedition heavy
Well,
and
mhm.
a bit choppy.
Yeah, so here's the problem I have. The editing is my main problem with this film.
Yeah.
The editing, there was 2 different edits of this film. There was the David Ayer edit, and Warner Brothers were so happy after the first couple of trailers were released that they gave the trailer house that edited the trailers the job to edit the entire film.
Yeah.
And that's the edit they went with.
yeah.
Now, who the fuck at Warner Brothers thinks that editing a trailer and editing an entire film is the same thing?
No.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Trailers are meant to make you excited within 2 minutes.
Yeah.
They're basically like a
Attract you to
film for
what-
people
yeah.
with ADHD.
Yeah.
And-
It literally is.
And this whole film felt like someone had ADHD while they
Yeah.
were making it.
Yeah.
It's messed. It's just there's
It is messy.
there's the stuff at the start that felt straight out of a trailer
Mhm.
with the characters' introductions when the like neon stuff pops up
Yeah,
over their faces and like
Yeah.
their entire they're like
I can't even read
profile.
any of them.
no
It's the promotional, like the promotional style that they're going for, where the character pops up, then loads of words come up, loads
Yeah.
of pictures come up behind them. It's just like that.
It was
That's
too-
exactly how they
It was
introduced
too
them.
pop up. It was just like too
Yeah.
in your face and like
it's that is what it is. It's not like one of the things I like about this film is that it's very comic booky, but there's comic booky and then there's this.
And
yeah.
then there's Batman and Robin.
We don't mention that film.
Ever again.
Yeah, and this was just it felt like they were trying to be oh, we're a comic book, we do
Yeah.
crazy stuff.
Yeah.
Comic books don't do this shit. What are you doing?
Yeah.
What are you doing with your life? You
Yeah.
fucked up.
Well, those introduction things, I think they could have been done as part of the advertising campaign and stuff like that. If they'd done
I felt like they
short,
were.
That's
Yeah.
what I
if
mean.
they'd done like
yeah.
short YouTube clips or
Yeah.
something like that of each one,
That's
to
what they,
introduce the
yeah.
crew.
I
Or,
think,
Yeah.
I think they did do that actually.
Yeah.
Mhm.
that's what they felt like though. That's exactly what they felt like.
Yeah. Let's try not to get too much into like spoilers though. I guess it's not really
Okay.
spoilers, but we'll talk about
I
that.
think,
more.
why don't we do an overview of each character?
Yeah. One of the best things about this film I thought were the characters, and I know
Yeah.
you two. I don't know if you both don't quite agree with me on this. I thought Deadshot and Harley Quinn were quite good. I'm not saying amazing, but they were like the backbone of this film, and they're the only
Yeah.
parts I really.
I'd say they are the
Yeah,
backbone of
I
the
agree
film.
with that.
Yeah.
You didn't like Margot Robbie, did you? You.
Me? Yeah, I did like it. I just... When did I say I didn't like it?
Earlier on. Not in this.
Alright.
You just told me this.
Yeah, she was fine. It was just the humour that she was saying, it wasn't working for me. But I can see how it would work for someone else.
Yeah, there's the humor in the film. I only liked it from Margot Robbie. Actually, I thought everyone else. It was a bit weird coming out of them.
Yeah.
Margot Robbie, like Harley Quinn's. I think her humor was meant to be annoying
Yeah.
because like
Mhm.
that character should just constantly be quipping, and
Yeah.
you should be sick of her doing it. But everyone else, because Margot Robbie's lines were the only ones where I felt these jokes were recorded before the reshoots, and everyone else I was like, they've put this in.
Yeah, definitely.
Because it feels like
Yeah, I said
just
that
out of place.
after watching it. I felt like the film as a whole, I feel like half of it was done at the time, and the other half was done in post production. I think they went back and did so much of it.
Yeah,
I'd love to see how much they actually reshot, because
Yeah,
I think it's
I
so
mean-
much of it.
there's a lot of people saying we want a David Ayer cut, and I'd really like to see that.
Yeah.
Because the tone of the film, there's two very distinct tones, and
Yeah.
I think they clash a lot.
Yeah.
So I'd really like to see David Ayer's version of it,
Mhm.
but you know,
But yeah, with the character, I do agree that Deadshot and Harley Quinn were definitely the backbone of the film. They weren't amazing,
no,
which is probably why it was a bit of a letdown.
I think
but they were good. They were okay.
I liked their performances.
Yeah.
I think it's the writing that really let it down.
Well, I was saying to Lewis, it's probably the actors. To be fair, that
The actors
played
is
them.
what made it good.
Yeah, I
Yeah.
think that I wasn't really intrigued in the characters that much. There was like 2 or 3 who I was intrigued with.
yeah.
And then everyone else, it was just the actors played them really well, like to an extent.
If it was anyone else apart from Will Smith who was saying, "What are we? Some kind of Suicide Squad?"
Yeah.
I would have hated that.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Yeah.
Yeah, Will Smith, I think this is my favourite Will Smith performance since the
yeah.
90s.
Yeah.
I can't think of anything else he's been in that's been good. I'm not a massive fan of Men in Black. I get.
Well, he's played.
but that-
I think
even
since the
first one,
90s,
that
he's
was
played.
In the 90s, wasn't it?
I think since then he sort of played the
He's old,
same
yeah.
character, hasn't he? Sort of thing.
Yeah, and I've always seen Will Smith, but in this, I still did see Will Smith to some extent.
Yeah.
But
Yeah.
I saw that he was trying to play a character more
Yeah.
rather than just playing himself.
Yeah.
I really like that he just, it's a one-shot kill every time.
Yeah.
with him.
Yeah.
That's what
'Cause-
I was relating to John Wick when I said I love that film, because the
Yeah.
fact they just said, let's just go all out and show he's actually amazing.
Yeah,
And did that with Deadshot.
There's I really like the trick shot he does, like when you first get introduced to him.
Yes.
But yeah, so I quite liked him. The other characters, El Diablo was pretty good.
Yeah, I was
He
saying
was
so.
my favourite character.
Yeah,
Yeah.
I think. Yeah.
I think because he was good because he's not great in the comics,
Mm.
and they're able to flesh him out a bit more.
Yeah.
Whereas I don't feel like they managed to quite do that with characters that had more to do in the
Mhm.
comics. Guardians of the Galaxy is a good example. I mean, it's probably going to get compared to it a lot, but none of those characters are particularly like developed in the comics.
Mm.
And in the film, because of that, even though they have less time to focus on each character, there's not that much to focus on with each one, so it works better. But in this, there's so much to focus on with each character that barely any of it actually gets to be in the film.
Mhm.
And there was way too many flashbacks in it.
Yeah, especially at the start. I feel
Yeah,
like the
I feel
flashbacks
like-
are meant to be paced out more,
That's what I mean. Yeah.
and then when it came to the editing, they're like,
Let's just throw him in
Yeah.
everywhere.
Yeah, that's
It's
what I'm
just-
saying. With Guardians of the Galaxy, it flowed well because when they were developing the character,
Mhm.
it was with the storyline. I was saying to Lewis, the characters and the adapting of the characters and the way they develop them links in with the storyline. But with this and a lot of other bad films I've seen, they literally, it's so formulaic. It's like that's going to go there. It's like blocks they just put in
Yeah.
and they don't link at all.
no, not at all.
And that's
It's-
editing, that's storytelling, that's the majority of a lot of things. But it's just, that's what makes it messy.
And as I say, I think a lot of it is because it was edited by a trailer company,
Yeah.
and it feels like that throughout. It's just so choppy.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, that's what a trailer is, isn't it?
Yeah,
It's choppy.
exactly.
Here's this, here's this, here's this.
Yeah.
What a cool shot that is. Now here's a joke.
Yeah.
That's basically
Yeah.
what it is.
It's like the
Yeah.
tone of the film is a trailer. It's just like, don't advertise it like that.
That's what I felt throughout the
Yeah.
whole thing. It's just, it's so much constantly
Hmm.
that it's just a bit overwhelming.
The action scenes as well is a great example of that.
Yeah,
How skippy they were.
they
Between
were.
the characters, it was like, what's going on? I don't know where I was.
Yeah, it's definitely. The editing is my main problem.
Yeah.
I just,
the only
I
one
can't
action
get
scene
behind
which
it.
was okay was when Deadshot was on top of the cars shooting them all.
That's pretty decent.
Yeah.
But even then, like that's a segment of
That's what I mean.
an action
Yeah.
scene that's good.
I don't know, I quite like the action scenes because this team have never worked together before. They don't know each other
No.
Yeah.
per se. So having it all kind of everything happening at once and no
Yeah.
one really knowing what anyone else is doing
Yeah.
works
Oh,
quite well.
I enjoyed the action scenes, but I just thought certain things were cut too short.
Mhm.
Like when characters would get their own spotlight moments, they would either be cut too short or put too long. They
Yeah,
weren't
and I think,
intertwined.
Yeah.
I think that's because they had like 8 characters to work with
That's what I mean. Yeah,
at once.
within like a 3-minute or 2-minute action sequence.
Yeah. My main characters that I wish would have been developed more, Killer Croc and Katana.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They're pretty much expendable.
Yeah.
in
Yeah,
this.
they are.
I mean, in the comics, there's not loads on Killer Croc, but Katana's backstory is insane,
Yeah, they were.
and, and they're just like,
Yeah.
oh, the soul's in her sword.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, let's go.
And
That's
they
it.
show-
It's
they
her
show-
husband, isn't it, as well?
Yeah, and
Oh
she-
yeah, her husband's in there, by
yeah,
the way.
her husband's in there. He got killed by a guy who owned the sword before him, and then she killed him with that sword. So they're both in the sword, and sometimes
Yeah.
she just talks to it.
There you
That's
go.
it.
That's that.
That's her
That's
entire
all.
backstory.
Harley Quinn, nice to meet you.
Oh no! When Katana is introduced, that's possibly the worst part.
Yeah, it is.
She just
oh
hops
no,
on the
it's so
helicopter.
cringy. The fact that she must know that they're with them as a team, right?
Yeah.
And she gets a sword out as if they're the enemies to go and kill them, and like, no, they're with us, they're with us. Well, what did you already expect? They're
What was she thinking?
Yeah, they're sat down with the leader of the group. What do you expect?
It's just so stupid. Like, I don't.
She annoyed me the most. She was the character that annoyed me in the
she
film.
shouldn't, because in the comics she's really
Ah,
good,
yeah.
and I think the actress who played her was pretty good as well. It's just
Yeah,
that
yeah.
they did absolutely nothing with
Who's
her.
the actress?
I can't remember her name. She's never been in anything before.
She
This is
looks
her first
familiar. I
film.
swear she's in Sense8
This is her first film. I don't know if
TV show
I've
on
never seen
Netflix. It's by the what are they called? The Wachowskis. What are they called? Them two.
the what?
I can't say their name. One's with the Matrix.
Wachowskis.
Yeah.
Right.
That's the one.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, carry on. It looked like
The
her
thing,
anyway.
the thing with audio entertainment is you can't mumble
Sorry.
and then just cover your
I
mouth
couldn't
and say,
think-
I
I
can't
couldn't-
say that.
I couldn't think. I was trying to think. Go.
How long was this film?
I want to say 2.5 hours. I'll check.
2 out of 10. I feel.
I don't know. It
Because-
felt quite long.
It's like they didn't have enough time for the amount of characters they had,
Yeah.
even though it was quite a long film anyway.
Yeah. I don't know.
I feel like they did have time. They just chose to develop more characters more than others.
Yeah, I mean, they develop. They put scenes in that are completely useless that could have been used to develop characters more.
Yeah.
The Joker is completely useless in the main story.
Yeah.
You can
He's not part of the main story.
you
That's what I
can
mean. It's ridiculous.
completely remove
Yeah.
him,
Hmm.
and it wouldn't make.
It's
a
his own
difference.
agenda. It's his own tangent. He's doing his own thing, isn't he? It's
Yeah, he's in one scene.
yeah.
Like in the actual main story. I mean, you can include a scene prior to it, but really that could have just been a flashback.
I think that plays a big part in how messy the editing is that you're following sort of two stories at the same time,
Yeah.
and it will jolt from an action scene happening over there to something going on with the Joker in like a club or something, like a flashback, and it's like completely disorientating of what's going on. You got to follow because
Yeah.
you think they're going to intertwine later on, but they don't.
They tried to.
They tried to, but you could have taken the Joker out and just placed random gun guy number 2.
They didn't even need to have that scene though.
No.
Like, it's completely useless in the film. But I feel like they put it in just because Jared Leto's all over the posters.
Yeah.
Like, he's a huge selling point for this film.
It was.
And he's barely in it.
Yeah. His name's on the poster.
Yeah.
But, I mean, Cara Delevingne, whose name is not on the poster, is in this for a lot more than he is. And she's a much more important character.
He was the main selling point of the whole film.
He really was.
And the whole tone of the film.
They had, they had separate posters just for him.
Yeah.
In the cinema where we went to see it, there's, like, a massive cardboard cutout of the entire Suicide Squad, and then a separate one just for the Joker.
Yeah.
And
it's because they're going off the backbone of the success of Heath Ledger as the Joker. That's all it is.
Well, yeah.
They know you can hook people in as the character, as the Joker.
Yeah, well, I think including the Joker in the Suicide Squad would have been a good way to bring him into the DCU rather than just having him in another Batman film.
Yeah.
But in this, they just did it wrong.
Yeah, they did. Hence why I didn't like the character and Jared Leto playing him.
I didn't mind Jared Leto's performance. I know people do have problems with it.
Well, my problem with the performance is it didn't have to be him. I could switch out anyone else. With Heath Ledger, I cannot picture anyone else in that role.
Yeah.
With Jack Nicholson, I can't picture anyone else doing that because that is who Jack Nicholson is.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Mark Hamill, you cannot switch out his voice for a Joker. That's why he's voiced almost every animated Joker ever.
Yeah.
But with Jared Leto, I feel like anyone could have done that.
Yeah.
He didn't bring anything massively unique that only he could do.
No.
I think
role.
you're dismissing his laugh.
No, because I have perfectly replicated his laugh multiple times on this podcast. Not to mention the amount of times I've done it off this podcast, which is more than you'd expect considering I didn't enjoy the performance.
Yeah, I didn't mind him because I thought he's more comic booky, but it's the tattoos.
I hate the tattoos.
His general design is just terrible.
Yeah, his whole character basis and who he's involved with and like the way I don't like it.
No.
He doesn't look mental enough. It's like they had to write damaged on him so we know.
Yeah.
But then even at times he just looks normal. And like the things he's doing are just like you said, any crime boss would do. Any criminal would do.
Yeah.
He doesn't bring any like Joker-esque sort of things. So like in The Killing Joke, the final act of his whole plan and what he's doing there with the Batman and the mirrors and all that sort of stuff.
Yeah, it takes place in a carnival
because
he's a clown.
Exactly.
Here it just takes place
in a city, in a club.
It's just a generic
with
city
criminals.
Club. Yeah, generic criminals. He's just a generic criminal.
Yeah.
He's not the Joker.
No.
That's what they're missing there.
With Heath Ledger's Joker, it didn't matter where he was or what scene he was in. The makeup and the way he portrayed it, he just seemed completely mental and...
Yeah, well he was, wasn't he? That's the
point.
Because
that's what I mean.
He didn't.
No.
Even he didn't know what he was planning to do.
Yeah.
He was just doing it. Oh, I'll do this now, I'll do this now. But with Jared Leto, he had a plan. He was going to do what he wanted to do.
Yeah.
And he knew how he was going to do it.
And the Joker was meant to be this unpredictable.
Yeah.
You can't track him. You don't know what's going to do next.
Like in The Dark Knight, he just burns that pile of money because he's like, yeah, I did this, but it doesn't matter really. It doesn't matter that I did it. I just wanted to do this.
Yeah, I mean, in this, the Joker seems almost infatuated with Harley.
Yeah.
Where in the comics, it's completely wrong.
Yeah, and then I haven't read all the comics obviously, but I've watched the animated series, and that's not the dynamic he has.
No,
with Harley
Quinn. it's an incredibly abusive relationship.
Yeah.
And if Harley Quinn was ever like captured or anything, Joker wouldn't care.
No.
Like he wouldn't do anything to try and get her back. And in this, it's like he just can't be without her.
Yeah.
And it's completely wrong because, as you say, the Joker's meant to be completely unpredictable. And in this, it seems that if Batman simply captured Harley Quinn, then the Joker would come running.
Yeah.
Yeah. If Batman, yeah, that's exactly right. Yeah.
Yeah. So,
It just doesn't really work, does it?
no.
You're not supposed to be able to trap the Joker,
No.
but you can trap Jared Leto's Joker
Yeah.
Very easily.
Should we go on to spoilers?
Yeah.
Yeah, I feel like I can't say much without spoiling it.
Yeah, it's just going to be spoilers.
Cut it there, Dan. People don't want to listen to you turning lights on.
Everyone wants to listen to me turning lights on. Don't you lie, Lewis. You love it.
I
You
love
loved
it.
the noise I made when I turned that light on right then.
Can we first talk about, with these spoiler scenes, that scene with the Joker surrounded by loads of random knives and
The laugh scene.
the laugh
The
scene?
laugh
Yeah.
scene.
I don't understand why that was there. It didn't
No.
fit. Did it?
Yeah, no,
No.
it's just like, they've got Harley Quinn. Alright, let me just laugh here, surrounded by knives. Okay, next scene.
All right, I need to give this guy a phone, and he's gonna really obviously give it to Harley Quinn while she's in prison.
This prison guard is going to give a prisoner an outside device with a massively well-known criminal messaging her
Yeah,
on
how
it.
did she...
And I'm just going to give it to her here while they're escorting her, and nothing is going to happen
Was that
to
in
me.
the film?
And you know, this,
Did she...
that was in
Cause I,
the
'cause I couldn't remember. I remember having the phone, and she was texting the Joker throughout the whole film. I was like,
Yeah.
how she got that phone?
Because that prison guard gave it to her when they were being escorted, and she was like, "It
Was that
was
when it was?
yeah. They stopped him. Why aren't they stopping her and getting the phone off her?"
yeah.
And she's just there like, "You're screwed. You're
It's not like-
screwed."
It's not like it's a small phone either.
No.
It's a relative. It's about the size of an iPhone 5,
Yeah.
and it's also purple and green.
Yeah.
It
I'm not
sticks
sure
out.
how they didn't notice that.
No.
And she's not hiding when she's openly
She's
like
not.
on her phone.
Yeah,
But
she
she's-
doesn't hide it.
She doesn't hide it at all.
No.
And also, even when he gives it to her, he doesn't he doesn't try and sneak it in or anything. He doesn't
No.
like get really close to her and
No.
give it to her. He just hands it over to her.
He
Like
even says-
stretches his arm out and hands it
He
to
even
her.
says, "This is from Mr. J." And if the people don't know who Mr. J is, and comparing it with Harley Quinn there, Mr. J, there's only one person related to Harley Quinn, beginning with the letter J.
That would give her a bright purple phone.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, that was
So
dumb.
they're stupid, really. So
Yeah.
prison
There's-
guards are stupid.
There's just a lot of little things in this film that.
It's the little things that bog it down. Yeah.
Yeah. Let's get to the worst shot. Did I say shot? The worst sequence in the film. At the very end of the film, a gun gets thrown to Will Smith.
Oh yeah.
It takes about 5 minutes for it to get
It's
to Will
so
Smith.
dull. Oh.
Every mistake action films make is having it cut from a slow-mo gun moving in midair to the character noticing it moving, and he has time in real time to shoot people,
Yeah.
but it's still moving in slow motion. That's not how it...
It's the slowest slow motion
Yeah.
I've seen for a long
No,
time.
the slowest one I've seen is the very final slow-mo one, when he throws the bomb into the
This is
thing.
what I'm talking about.
This whole sequence
Yeah.
is slow motion.
It
Yeah.
goes from the gun being thrown to Will Smith catching
that
it
all
to the
slow-mo?
bomb
The
being
entire
thrown.
sequence is in
It
slow
literally
motion.
lasts about 2 minutes.
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
Slow
It's
motion.
the gun being thrown, Will Smith catching the gun, the bomb being thrown, and the bomb being shot by
No,
the gun.
before that,
And
Yeah,
then-
but
his daughter
there's
pops up.
There's like a
His
minute
daughter pops up,
conversation between him and his daughter.
Oh yeah. I forgot about that.
And that's
Yeah,
Jesus.
that might as well have been slow-mo as well.
Yeah.
Yeah, the whole thing's slow motion, and it's just terrible.
Yeah.
That was the first thing I said when I came out. I was like, why the fuck was it so long
Yeah.
in slow?
It wasn't even dramatic.
No,
No,
No.
it was
It's
just
like,
someone catching
oh,
a gun.
I wonder if he's going to catch that gun.
I wonder if the guy who never misses a shot ever is going to get this
It
shot.
wasn't even. I wonder if you. I already knew he was gonna shoot the bloody thing. It was-
That's
I'd really like it if he caught.
What? Brandon, what? That's why we're being sarcastic.
Yeah, I know. I'm just saying.
Right. Okay.
I'd really like it if he caught the gun, and then like Cara Delevingne turned into his daughter, and she'd just gone like, "Dad, don't shoot it," and he was just like, "Okay,"
Yeah.
and just walked off and let everyone die.
Because he's a bad guy. That's what he did.
And there's also no reason for the slow motion sequence. So
Yeah.
it'd be great. I also said to Yuan as we were leaving, he was in the perfect spot to just kick his daughter. I really wanted it to happen. He was in the perfect position to just kick her. I really wanted to see Will Smith kick a child in slow motion.
That would have been fun, yeah.
It would have been fun.
It would have been fun. A lot more fun than this film.
Yeah. That's because I wanted to have fun in this film.
Yeah.
But I was too bogged down with the details that didn't make any sense.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. So let's talk about who died. The two characters I thought were going to die died.
Yeah.
In fact, the three characters I thought were going to die, the last one almost died, and I thought she was dead. So they're the least established characters in the comics, so they're the least well known, which is Slipknot, El Diablo, and Enchantress.
Yeah.
I thought, well, Katana's pretty well known, Killer Croc's pretty well known, Deadshot's quite well known, Harley Quinn's very well known. They need to kill someone on the Suicide Squad. Slipknot's the first to die.
Yeah.
Slipknot's so obviously
It's
the
obvious
first to die.
yeah.
The first...
He's the only person that didn't get a fucking neon credit sequence.
Yeah. He's the only one that didn't have any backstory. And
Yeah.
then they're talking in a boardroom, and then they have all the pictures of the Suicide Squad, and his face is just there. And I'm like, we haven't seen him yet.
No, but she doesn't even mention him at the start.
No.
Because she's talking to like those guys at the restaurant,
Yeah.
and she's going through the list of everybody, and she just doesn't mention him at all. And I'm like, did they just forget to put Slipknot in?
That's the first. The backstory we get on him is when they're gearing up and everyone's getting their stuff back, and he just comes out the car and they're like, "Oh yeah, that's Slipknot."
He's just there.
Sorry,
The
forgot
first
about
thing he
him.
does is punch a woman.
But I did like that scene. That was quite funny.
I liked. No, actually, no, I didn't. I didn't like Slipknot's character at all.
No.
He's completely useless. He's so obviously there to just be, this is what happens if you run away.
Yeah.
What I did like about that though was, who was it that said that the neckbound things?
Captain
Captain
Boomerang.
Boomerang.
Right.
See, I like
that was
that.
funny.
He
It shows
told them that they were
he's smart.
deactivated.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And that's like keeping them still as villains, which was done all the way through this film, and I really liked that part of it.
Yeah. I liked Captain Boomerang a lot. And in the comics, he's responsible for loads of people dying in the Suicide Squad as well, so I like that they kept that in. This is the first film I've ever seen that I like Jai Courtney in.
Yeah.
Yeah,
That's good.
I wouldn't say liked. I say I didn't hate him.
I quite liked Captain Boomerang.
I enjoyed his performance.
I thought he was funny.
I got the most laughs out of him anyway.
Yeah, I really liked at the bar when he was like, when he destroyed the thing and he's just like, you can go, and he just ran off.
Straight away.
That
I
was
did
great.
like that,
but then he
actually,
just
yeah.
comes back for no reason immediately
yeah.
after that.
I
I genuinely
notice
thought he was going to go then. I wasn't going to see him
Yeah.
ever again. And he comes back with a can and just crushes it.
Yeah.
Why is he back 2 minutes later? What's the point?
Yeah. I really like behind the scenes. David Ayer was like, we need to make you as Australian as possible, and at one point he was like, because he's got like his beer throughout the film,
Yeah.
and he was like, we're gonna give you a Foster's, and apparently Jai Courtney was like, you can fuck off. Australians don't drink Foster's. So he's got like a proper traditional Australian beer, which I quite like. I just like Jai Courtney. I've never liked him in anything.
No.
Yeah.
Terminator Genesis made me want to kill myself.
Yeah.
I can't remember what else he's been in, to be honest. I'm trying to blank it out.
He wasn't he in Die Hard?
Oh, yeah.
The fifth one, wasn't it?
Oh,
Was he in that? Was that him?
yeah, it was. I can't call Suicide Squad bad now that I've remembered that film. 'Cause that's truly terrible.
I turned it off after 40 minutes. As soon as I seen them jump out the window and go through about 40 stories of scaffolding and just walk out with no scratches, turned it off.
Yeah.
That was it.
Just like the Joker surviving a helicopter crash.
Yes.
Right, this scene, right? It's the only scene, other than in the flashbacks, that the Joker appears in. Appears?
He appears, he goes.
No, it's the only scene he appears in, other than the flashbacks, and it's pointless.
It is, yeah.
It's completely pointless. Harley Quinn runs the Joker. She thinks the Joker has died once the plane crashes, and then she joins the crew again.
That is the most.
Yeah.
It's the scene's irrelevant completely.
It's
The
completely
whole
irrelevant.
Joker's irrelevant at that point.
Yeah.
Because the Joker's thing is to get Harley Quinn out.
Yeah. You could have had it.
That's his motive.
You could
Why
have had
did
it
he-
so, when Batman catches them after they've been in the car crash, you could have had it so she thought he died then,
Yeah.
and then she's upset for like the whole film.
Yeah.
But where it is, it's just pointless.
Mm.
Mhm.
There's no reason for it to be there whatsoever.
No.
See, the thing I was saying before is you could swap the Joker out with any other guy in that scene.
Mm-hmm.
People would say, "Oh no, you couldn't because Harley Quinn goes with him," but it doesn't matter though,
No.
because she goes with him, and then she just comes back anyway.
Yeah.
So it doesn't matter that she left.
No.
It doesn't matter that Amanda Waller told Deadshot to kill him, because he doesn't, and then they just let her back in the squad
Yeah.
anyway,
Yeah.
even though she's abandoned it, and that's supposed to mean death. But they just let her join anyway, because why not?
Yeah, the whole plot.
Yeah, and she magically just stopped the thing in her neck from being able to explode.
That was the Joker doing that though.
Yeah.
Yeah, but how?
I don't know. They didn't
'Cause
explain
I
it.
did see something about that explained it, but I can't remember how they explained it.
But Amanda Waller's meant to be like the head of Argus,
Yeah.
and she'll just kill anyone if they know anything
She,
about
ki-
Argus.
she killed her employees for
Yeah.
no
Yeah.
reason. Why is she letting Harley Quinn survive?
Yeah. It's ridiculous, and yeah. So this scene it really irritated me because it's the most pointless scene in the film.
Yeah.
When I've seen some people say, well, no, the Joker needed to be here because it's where Harley Quinn loses faith. It's like, these guys are writing the film. I'm sure they could write around that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And I'm pretty sure they had a different ending to this as well, because this ending's just completely messed up.
It is,
Uh, Harley Quinn killing Cara Delevingne pissed me off. Not so much that she killed her, more the line she had.
Yeah.
So in case you don't remember,
I don't remember. Remind me.
Harley Quinn goes to join the Enchantress, right? Because
Mhm.
she's like, my Mr. J's gone, and I
Oh,
don't
yeah.
have anything anymore. Can you bring him back? And she's like, yes, I can bring him back. So she goes over, kneels down next to the sword, and then she goes, you messed with my friends! And then
Oh, yeah.
she slices her heart. Harley Quinn would never say,
No.
you
No.
messed with my friends, unless
Yeah.
it's like a fucking Joker or some shit.
Yeah.
And even then she'd say Puddin or Mr. J.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It was just a stupid line to establish that she like respects them a bit and they're
What
a
I-
team. It's
Well,
just
yeah,
like,
but
ugh,
she says friends. It's not like she's like,
no.
oh, you fucked up my team, you dick. It's that she's saying that she's friends with these people,
Yeah.
and I refuse to believe that.
Yeah.
I did like
Shut.
that line though when she's talking to Will Smith and he's like, "What if your friend? I think your friend will help us with that." And she's like, "You're my friend too." I did like that one.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I don't feel like Harley Quinn
Makes friends.
makes friends. Yeah,
Yeah.
I also don't feel like that's the right line in any way because it's complete shit.
Yeah.
Yeah.
As for most of the lines in this film.
Yeah.
This is part of the reason why it's going to annoy me when people compare Guardians of the Galaxy with this film. Because in Guardians, they were all like lawbreakers and stuff.
Yeah.
But they were petty crimes. They weren't
Yeah.
Yeah.
massive things.
But
were
to be
they?
fair, even
generally.
even in this though, I never got a proper thought that they were villains. I never seen them as
No.
hardcore. I never seen them as villains. To be fair, I don't think if that's just me or not. If they portrayed them as villains, like the instructions they had, definitely. But I never seen them together as villains. Like, at
I don't
all.
know, I disagree, because you get all these different things that happen, like with Captain Boomerang, and then Harley Quinn just breaking a window. I mean,
Yeah.
I know that's not like a villainous thing to do, but it reminds you that she's not really all there,
Yeah.
and things like that.
I mean,
But it's
It's
just
weird,
so
'cause
blatant. It's not like
it sort of contradicts itself quite a lot.
yeah.
Because there's some parts that are like, these are the most horrible people you'll ever see. Jesus, what the
See.
fuck is going on? These are the most horrible people you'll ever see. But then there's scenes where they're like, oh, but, you know, for the film to work, you can't really hate them.
No, that's
So-
what I mean.
So we need to make them likable.
Yeah.
And the only person I think that worked, well, there's two that I think that really worked with, is Deadshot and El Diablo.
Yeah.
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 El Diablo, I loved that he killed his family, and he's like, no,
Yeah.
I refuse to be any part of this.
Yeah. But that's a good excuse. Like some films will have a shit excuse
Yeah.
to stop them using their powers because obviously he's very powerful.
He's
Yeah.
the most powerful.
That's what I mean.
Yeah.
Of the Suicide Squad.
And they've come up with a good reason there why he's not actually using his abilities, like
Mhm.
in a good way.
Yeah, because otherwise all the fight sequences would be over in seconds.
Exactly. Yeah.
And I really like his reason for that. I hate how they make him use his powers though.
Or like writing
That-
"by" in the flames.
No,
I really didn't like
I,
that.
It's
I
when-
didn't like that.
It's when Will
but I'm-
Smith inspires him and that. I didn't
Yeah,
like it.
I mean like how the Suicide Squad actually like force him to use
Oh,
his
right, I see,
powers.
Yeah.
Okay.
Because I don't know.
It was just an underwhelming scene. It was just like,
It's underwhelming, but also I don't. It feels like I get this film is about villains, and it's not really meant to have any moral messages whatsoever.
no.
But if like a younger like audience member went to see this, it'd just be like, it's fine to kill people as long as your friends pressure you into it.
Yeah.
If a young individual with fire powers
Yeah,
were to watch
exactly.
this movie and they were like, oh, maybe I shouldn't use my fire powers because I might kill my family.
Yeah.
No, use them. Go on, do it. Fine. Yeah, so they're gonna. So if any kid with fire powers has watched this, then they're gonna destroy us all.
Yeah. No, I don't know. I don't know what point I'm really trying to make, I'll be honest.
You made me get off my point anyway. I was talking about Guardians.
Oh, yeah,
and
sorry.
By the end of that, they do develop and they become friends in that.
Mhm.
In this, that doesn't happen. And that's why it's going to annoy me when people compare it, because it has different outcomes for each one. And they
Yeah.
were different types of films. They weren't... Like, they were both obviously anti-hero type things, but then in Guardians they become the heroes,
Mhm.
Yeah.
which doesn't happen in this film.
Yes.
I buy the Guardians friendship more than I do
Oh,
the Suicide
definitely.
Yeah.
Squad.
Yeah.
Like Kitana and Killer Croc, I don't see them as friends.
I don't see them as
I don't think
useful.
No.
Like,
But in Guardians, I was like, yeah, each character has a different dynamic with each other,
Yeah.
yeah.
and I can see any two of those split off from the group. I can see them having great chemistry together. But with this, I cannot see if
There's only Deadshot, Harley Quinn, and El Diablo that I think work together.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, if they were in something separate on their
Yeah.
own, then that could work.
If they got
Yeah.
cut off from the group, then I could watch them together.
Yeah, but anybody else, it doesn't work.
No.
I just think it didn't entirely work from what you were saying before, that it's reinforced that they are still villains throughout the whole film.
Yeah.
And you can't compare it to Guardians because they become heroes.
Yeah.
That's their character development from going from these petty thieves, whatever, to being this heroic group of people,
Mhm.
Guardians of the Galaxy. Whereas this, they just go back to prison.
Yeah, but I also think that I wanted that to happen.
Yeah.
Because that's how they should be. They're villains. Like, they are outright villains. Whereas the Guardians of the Galaxy, they've always been heroes in the comics.
Yeah.
These are like the worst people.
Yeah.
These are meant to be people who the heroes face.
Yeah, which is why I disagree with the way they try to force the likability of them
Yeah.
and the way they portrayed them as like they were
Exactly.
friends with each other. They wouldn't do that.
It's difficult to do in a film.
That's what I mean. I
In,
think
in a comic,
yeah.
you can accept that, like, all right, there was really no dynamic between these people
No.
built up because they're all just horrible. But in the film, they need that, and
Yeah.
they didn't like get a good enough balance between
No.
them. They started to go like, oh well, there's relationships building within this group,
Yeah.
and then they're like, no, they're all just back where they were.
Yeah.
So,
Yeah. That's another thing with the overcrowdedness of this movie.
yeah.
If they had cut it down, made the squad 5 characters like Guardians of the Galaxy did.
Yeah.
I don't want to keep comparing it because I know that people are going to just be like, oh, you're a Marvel fan, that's why. That's why you keep
No,
comparing.
it's the only thing to compare to, isn't
yeah,
it?
it is very similar, a very similar concept. And so if they'd cut the Suicide Squad down to about 5 members, there would have been more character development.
Yeah.
There would have been more dynamic between the characters, and I would have liked the characters more as a group.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like, you can say that I liked Will Smith, I liked El Diablo individually, but as a group, I can't see them. I don't project
I think that was
my
the point.
fondness of those characters onto the whole group,
Yeah.
because I don't like the whole group as a whole.
I think that's the point, though. I think it's hard to do because that is the point they're trying to make. They're trying to say that they're not a group and they might not work well all together because they are individual criminals, aren't they?
Yeah.
I think
they're
one
all-
thing that could have worked really well with the Joker, would be if, in that scene where he is rescuing her, or say rescuing, he's getting her out. Like the squad that she's in, the Suicide Squad, they try and make her not go, or something happens that one of them will die if she does go, and she just
Yeah.
chooses to go anyway. And
Yeah.
they do die,
Yeah. Well,
and that
I think
will also show how she's infatuated with the Joker more.
Yeah, I think it would have been more interesting if they'd just like sort of subverted what people expect from a film like this. Whereas, oh, there's going to be conflict, but it'll all be resolved by the end.
Yeah.
These are meant to be villains, and I reckon if Harley had gone and just stayed gone, that could have worked fine.
Yeah.
And I think if Captain Boomerang had just run out of the
Yeah.
pub
Hmm.
and that was it, you never see him again,
Yeah.
that would have been great.
That's why I liked him because, like, I felt like I liked El Diablo more, I liked Deadshot more, but with Captain Boomerang, he was a comedy for me.
Yeah.
But they kept him as he's a dick.
Yeah.
And he was a dick through the whole thing. And he wasn't like, he had like a few connections with some other people, but he was a dick for the whole thing.
Yeah.
And he was funny.
Yeah, I mean, I didn't like him joining back up with the crew because
Yeah.
I think if they had just let him go and he's completely free now.
Yeah.
Yeah. They said you're
that
free
would have
to
been
go,
interesting
Yeah,
to see.
but because he joined the group back again and he didn't run away, he's punished by being locked back in prison.
yeah.
So he got nothing out of that.
That's what I
No,
mean.
it's
yeah.
not like he did anything in the last fight anyway.
No.
I mean, he threw a boomerang that had a camera on it.
Yeah, no, whoa, yeah. What was up with that? That pristine camera quality on a boomerang that's spinning around rapidly.
Hey, it's in the Arkham games with a batarang, so why can't they do it in this?
Did you think of that exactly when you were watching it?
Yeah, of course I thought
It
of
was
that.
the same thing.
Yeah, it was exactly
Ripped
the
off.
same.
Yeah, it was.
Yeah.
The way he got destroyed as well was the exact same effect.
Yeah. It's just he didn't need to be there after that point,
No.
and they could have got rid of him, and which would have set up things for other films as well,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
the Flash film and stuff.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, the Flash has a cameo.
Yeah,
It's pointless.
Yeah,
but,
sure is.
irrelevant.
I kind of like it. Captain Boomerang is a Flash villain. I'm glad that they didn't just go.
Yeah.
Oh well, Batman caught him too.
Is he part of the Rogues?
Sometimes
comics, yeah.
the Rogues.
Different, yeah.
Yeah,
mess.
it's constantly changing. But yeah, I did like that they're not just like, well, Batman caught all of these
but
people.
Yeah.
the thing is that establishes that they know the Flash. Why aren't they asking the Flash to handle this? Why are they getting a crazy woman with a baseball bat to handle this? This isn't like a petty thing. I could see them, if it was versus the Joker, I could see this would be better
Yeah, that's the
than a superhero to do.
Yeah,
that's the problem
Because
with
the
loads
Joker's so unpredictable.
I feel
Yeah.
like this should have been a much more smaller scale film.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
Like
Yeah.
it didn't need to be.
That's what I
The
was
world
saying.
is ending.
That's what exactly I
Let's get
said. I think
these criminals to deal with.
I think
it.
every single character, apart from El Diablo and even himself, because they humanized him so much, they did not work in this sci-fi concept and
No.
like the way the world is ending. They didn't suit it. That I wanted to see as relating to the Dark Knight, the way that works is because it's so. Even Batman Begins starts off, it's low key and it's dark and it's gritty and it's a thriller crime. It's a thriller crime drama, but you got the Joker versus Batman for the whole thing. You got all the characters in there. This would have worked so much better as that.
Yeah.
As these characters in this like thriller sort of crime drama film against the Joker or against some other villain.
Yeah.
But no like the meta-human element did not work with certain characters.
Yeah, I mean, although Killer Croc is a meta-human, it's not like he's really
No.
that powerful. I think El Diablo is really the only one that could hold his own against the villains.
And he does.
And he does.
He
He
does.
has that weird form,
Yeah.
which
Yeah.
a lot of people are loving. I'm not a fan of it, to be
I didn't
honest.
like that.
If he was bigger,
Yeah,
No.
Well,
No, if he just.
I mean like his bone.
I didn't want him to change.
His bones is like weird.
I thought, how is he not completely dead? Because he looks brittle.
He was like 8 foot. He was like an 8 foot tower of bones.
Yeah.
Yeah, I did, but if he hadn't changed at all, I would have been much.
Yeah.
It's like they
happy
were just
with
trying
that.
to make a goof out of the fact that El Diablo translates to devil.
Yeah.
And make him look like the devil.
Yeah. Let's talk about the villains then. I'm sorry, Lewis.
I don't want to talk about this.
But I just love Cara Delevingne's body popping. Just
No.
throughout, like
I said never again. I said never again.
She's speaking to the people and she's just waving her arms everywhere. It's great. I love it.
It's in my fucking head, that you dickhead.
It's just so good. Yeah, she's the weakest part of this film.
Yeah,
I
definitely.
think it would have worked much better. Like you were saying, the sci-fi element doesn't work. If they'd done something like having another country or something like that kidnapping someone important, and there'd be a reason why, say, the Flash or Batman couldn't be used to get them out, and they had to have this squad of deranged people and crazy people to get them out. Or like, it was a really dangerous mission they didn't want to risk.
Yeah.
The people who were protecting them.
Yeah.
I think that could have worked much better than having some kind of archaeologist who's accidentally broken something.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That wasn't even an accident. She just
Yeah.
deliberately
Yeah.
snaps the head off the
What
doll.
archaeologist sees like this really old
Artifact.
and just goes snaps the head off it.
No
God.
one. That's
Yeah.
why I think the plot, when with the sci-fi stuff, the plot line, the continuous plot line with the whole thing, like the conspiracy behind it, like Will Smith, Deadshot not knowing what's going on.
Yeah.
I was talking about Lewis in the car. It was so confusing because he doesn't know what's going on, but they're witnessing a massive EMP circle of electricity floating, and then they're shooting.
He was like, "This isn't really terrorist, is it?" Obviously not.
Literally, and then he, like 3/4 of the way in, he finds the top secret book and throws it to him and says, "Tell us what's really going on." How do you not know what's really going on?
Can you not see this blue light?
Literally. And they're looking
bits of debris flying around.
they're looking at like melted debris, like 8 foot long tentacles. I'm like, how can you not know?
There's the enemies they're fighting are these weird like demonic
Bubble monsters.
Yeah,
monsters,
when you know
And they're
aliens
they're just
exist.
This
All of them characters know
must
aliens
just be a
exist.
terrorist attack, of course.
Literally. That's what I find stupid about these films.
Yeah.
All those characters know aliens exist and other planets and dimensions exist. And they're still confused about seeing this certain thing. It doesn't make any sense.
It's just completely ridiculous. The villain, I don't understand it. Right. So, first of all, I don't know what that blue light is actually meant to do.
No, I don't know what she was doing.
Apparently, I read into it. Apparently, the brother of it apparently is the main character in like this sort of storyline. Apparently, she's the minor character. Apparently, they were trying to bring back their father by combining their powers or something. So that blue light was somehow going to create their father, who was like much
When they're
stronger.
trying to create a machine.
She
That's what
said they worship machines, so I'm going to build a machine and then they'll worship me again, or something like that.
I'm going to build a car.
Yeah.
They'll love me.
But the thing is, Brandon, with what you've just said, you shouldn't have to research it.
No.
You should know.
That's
from
what I mean.
What the film is telling you.
When they brought in the machine element to it, when she was going, machines have destroyed us and all that stuff, I was like, there's been no hint towards that at all. We've seen phones 3 times in the film, that's it. It's not like The Matrix where we've seen robots flying around. It's literally, we've had no hint. We've just seen buildings and that's it.
I just don't like it. I don't like it.
I didn't like a character.
Her heart, right? So Amanda Waller has her heart, and that's how she's keeping her captive. She doesn't seem to need it.
No.
No.
She stabs it 20 times. She's able to.
Yeah, and then the brother's just like,
teleport.
oh, there you go.
You're fixed. I should have done it earlier,
fine.
but
Yeah, and then when she does get her heart, for some reason it's dead center of her chest. Just that annoyed me. Like, I don't know. it shouldn't have annoyed me as much as it did. But the fact that it wasn't even slightly to the left of it just really pissed me off.
Again, it's the little things that are making me.
It's little things.
Confused.
That's what I mean. Overall, as a film, I'll say I enjoyed it. But when you nitpick it down and pick out the little things, it irritates me even more.
The thing is, I think the Enchantress was as big as a threat to the world as Doomsday was in Batman v Superman.
Yeah.
So where the hell is Batman, Wonder Woman, and the Flash?
Yeah.
Because if they're calling themselves superheroes and people who want to protect the world, why are they not protecting the world from this witch?
Like when you see on the world map, when she first activated the thing, you could see the cloud going over all these countries, but then it was still up for like, an hour, and it didn't even do any damage.
They took ages to get there as well.
That's what
they
I mean.
were like gearing them up. And she was already building this machine. She was already halfway done.
I couldn't tell how long this film was set over.
Yeah.
I couldn't tell whether it was like a couple of hours or like weeks.
It must have just been like one night for that.
I couldn't keep track of the time in it.
Neither could I.
No.
If I can't keep track of time in your film, then you're fucking up somewhere.
Yeah.
So I should constantly know where I'm up to.
Yeah.
Like, how long have you got to sort this out? Because it seemed like you had forever.
Yeah.
It seemed like you could have just gone off and got a bloody coffee.
I think a lot of people
got back to
They
it when
really
you
did.
felt
They
like
went to
it.
the bar.
Yeah, they went to the bar.
It was from Enchantress starting doing her stuff to the Suicide Squad getting rid of her. That was more than enough time for Wonder Woman to come in, like she does in Batman v Superman. She sees.
How about it's more than enough time for the man who can apparently completely stop time to get to her.
Yeah, because in Batman v Superman, she's on Turkish Airlines, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Because she's on a plane and she sees Doomsday on the news on a plane. I've never seen the news on a plane, but whatever.
There's never been news on a plane live.
And then she just goes off the plane and then suddenly she's there. So why isn't she seeing it? Because this is on the news, I'm assuming.
Yeah.
Like, someone's got to explain this big cloud.
Well, yeah.
Not everyone thinks it's terrorists.
Not like it's specific to this place either. It's not like it's specific to Midway City. There's points when there's shots where you see it just destroying other places.
Yeah. So where are all the other superheroes?
Yeah, and there's no people there or anything, is there? And they don't tell you that, but I think they're trying to say there's no one here, because Will Smith says they're going to cover it up as we did this. But I'm thinking the outside world knows what's going on here. Look at the sky.
They can't think they're going to cover this up by
That's what I mean.
Oh, this guy that can shoot really good created this massive beam of light that started changing weather everywhere and started destroying everything.
Deadshot changed the climate.
I feel like
of the
we're
country.
ranting too much about things now anyway.
Yeah.
Definitely are.
I just think it's so much to rant about.
Yeah.
That's the problem.
Yeah.
I had so many problems with this film. I thought I quite liked it when I saw it.
Yeah. One more thing I want to rant about. When they go in the sewers and it's just the regular people who are with them are like, all right, we'll go in the sewers. There's a crocodile man who lives in the sewer, and you're telling him, no, you can't come in the sewer. He lives in the sewer. He is a crocodile man. He can swim. He can do anything you want him to do in that sewer.
You'd turn to him and just say, can you go in for us, please?
Yeah.
Cheers.
That's what I would do. That was my first thought when they said, well, we need to go through the sewers. I was like, Killer Croc's going to do that. No.
They're getting gas tanks.
What you doing?
They're getting tanks on everything. What we're going in? No.
Is Clint Eastwood's son dead in this now?
I thought he was, because he put the bomb on.
Yeah, he put the
and
bomb
then it
there.
was
And I'm pretty, judging by how fast Killer Croc was swimming, you probably could have just given it to him and he would have gotten away.
Yeah. Yeah, because he gets away, and he was, I'm assuming, quite close to Clint Eastwood's son when he put the bomb there.
Yeah.
Another nitpicky error.
Right, close it
No
off.
more minors.
Yeah, let's just finish it. I feel
Close it
like
off
we've
with
gone on
majors.
quite a
Yeah.
long time.
Close it off with majors.
So
Overalls.
there's some good characters.
Yeah.
There's some good things, there's some bad things. It's a mediocre movie at best.
Yeah. I know I've ranted, but I enjoyed it as a whole.
I
I'd
definitely
watch it
enjoyed it.
again.
Yeah, same. Yeah.
But I don't think I'd pay
It's
for
better
it.
than Ghostbusters.
Oh god, yeah.
It's better than Ghostbusters. Ghostbusters was shit.
I don't actually know if I can say
No.
No, because Ghostbusters made me angry.
Yeah.
This movie didn't make me angry. It was just like,
You can't
why
say
are you doing
Ghostbusters
that?
better than this.
Other than
I wouldn't say it's better. I'd
Oh.
say
It's on
they're about
par.
the same.
No, other than Cara Delevingne kissing some other guy that I never got angry at this movie.
That bit really was a bit fucking weird. So how many guys did she kiss in front of her brother to make all those soldiers?
I was just thinking
More than
that,
I'm
yeah.
comfortable with. Just one is more than I'm comfortable with. But I'd said this to Dan, I would become a bubble man if the last thing that I did was kiss Cara Delevingne.
And on that note, thanks for listening, guys.
Yes.
Subscribe and all that jazz. If you're on iTunes, subscribe. If you subscribe when you're on iTunes, actually, you get stuff early. So that's always nice, isn't it?
Early access.
Early
Early
access.
access.
Early access.
Subscribe on YouTube because there will actually be bonus content
We
now.
actually,
Yes.
we
I
actually
mean,
saw
we're probably going to record this like tomorrow now, but we're
Yes.
going to review
But in a few
Nerve,
days, yeah.
Nerve.
because
Yeah,
we saw that last night.
sure did.
Well, it runs with this year's theme.
Yeah.
Is it incredibly average?
It's incredibly
Oh,
average.
God.
It's
What?
very, very average.
Whoa, guys,
Is
you're
it?
giving away the video here.
I mean,
mean-
listen to the video yourself and
Find
Watch
out.
the video.
and then see what we think.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But
Thanks
what
for
we
watching.
but what we think isn't what you should think. Just take it. As
Take our opinions,
Yeah.
and if you generally agree with our
We're better than Rotten
opinions,
Tomatoes anyway. As long as I don't get sued.
we're better than Rotten Tomatoes.
Yeah.
Oh, I reckon we're gonna get loads of Suicide Squad fans
A
suing us.
petition will start now against us.
Oh no, we've said we're better than Rotten Tomatoes, which means like all the Suicide Squad fans are gonna flock to us now.
Oh.
We're gonna get all the Suicide Squad fans just like,
Yes.
oh guys, we love you. I know you sounded like you hated this film, but you said you hate Rotten Tomatoes, so we have a common enemy.
We'll sign your petition if you listen to our podcast.
Yeah, fuck your film, but you know, we're happy to sign whatever you want. Alright, yeah. So thanks for listening, guys. Go check out our Facebook page as well, because you know we post so much there.
And we're on Twitter. I've been keeping Twitter up to date.
Really?
We
I
have
haven't done anything with
I've been on
Twitter.
internet for 3
we
weeks.
we have 2 followers. One of them is Brandon. I don't know who the other one is. I'm assuming it's one of your fans from your YouTube channel.
Probably. It's probably my college account.
And I got one favorite on the episode 5 tweet, and it was from a porn
Nice.
a porn account.
Yes.
Probably
Yeah.
from me as well.
I've been checking out the SoundCloud, and every week we get a few likes on that, but half the time it's just from people who are like, follow us and we can get you thousands of followers.
Follow for a follow.
It's not
Yeah.
even follow for
Like
a follow.
for a like.
It's follow and we'll give you bots.
That's what we need. We need bots.
Yeah, we
No.
so need bots. Alright, thanks guys.
Thank you for watching, listening.
I don't know what we're talking about next week. Is there anything else?
We'll find out.
You'll
Listen
find
next
out
week.
next week,
No,
yeah.
I
Listen
went on
next
the
week.
listings and there was I'll tell you what's out. I don't know if it's next week or the week after. The one with Jonah Hill and Miles Teller in.
Oh,
Oh, yeah.
that War Dogs.
Yeah, that was
Yeah,
alright.
that looks pretty decent. To me.
Also,
that-
9 Lives.
Oh yeah.
Oh, yeah.
We got 9 Lives to review.
Yes.
I'm
You'll
buzzing
love
for
listening
that.
to that one, guys.
I highly doubt we're going to do that in the podcast. We're
No,
gonna do
yeah,
side-
make that a
side
video.
review for that.
When's that out?
I don't know. It's like 20 something.
All right.
Sweet.
That's
We
a
can-
lot.
we
That's
can
quite a
probably
way off.
end this
Maybe
here.
it's 19th.
This is just a general
We can just keep
discussion
going.
now.
All right, we'll end it.
It's
we'll end
ended.
it.
It's
Alright,
gone.
Thanks. Bye,
Oh,
guys.
no,